Welcome to the Black Sensei Society. Welcome back to the best anime podcast around. Of course, today we got an interesting episode number 15, and we're gonna do a My Anime List, and we got some interesting debates to talk about as well. As always, we're gonna shout out the people to join the membership, join the crew, be a part of the team. We appreciate everybody, of course. And you see that we have a donation goal right down there, so don't make sure you guys send what you gotta send and make random read more manga chapters, of course. So with that said, let's dive right into it. How y'all doing?
Doing good. We still gotta adjust that last one though.
What? Which one?
The $100 one.
To what?
Because remember, I said like if someone asks for like an $80 cosplay, like that doesn't make sense.
I mean, we can't really change the wording. So if they do that, then we'll just say we can't do that. That's all.
Just know I stand with Cat Williams.
Same. I'm not wearing anything crazy.
Yeah, I stand with Cat Williams. You heard?
Yeah. Oh, but shout out to Salsa Valley for sending me that link to this anime drip. You see this Berserk shirt? Like this shit fire.
Fire.
W.
And they just had a JJK drop, so I got some more stuff coming. It's lit.
Also, before I forget, huge shout out to Santo. If everybody's been paying attention, the Black Sensei Society look a little different. You know, got a new logo, got a new banner on the YouTube thing. Santo been putting in a lot of work behind the scenes. We got a lot of things locked down, at least design-wise. Obviously, Ty, at one point, we want to sit down and talk with you. But he put in a lot of major work, and I think we should definitely... There's a reason why he's a vice captain for real. So he put in a lot of work, and I want to make sure he was recognized.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, Santo. Huge help. Make sure you guys go check him out. He just created a YouTube channel and a TikTok. Make sure you go check him out, of course. But I guess the best place to start it, as always, is Agenda Hour. What does anybody got? Agendas, fraud watch, or something they just got to get off their chest? Before we kind of get into the serious ones, because I know we got some serious ones, so I'm gonna start it off light so I can get this off before people start going crazy. For me, there's this new anime on the block that people are that's like basically getting talked about in the grapevines. It's starting getting little murmurs and people saying Adult Swim is back. The anime is called Ninja Kamui. So this Ninja Kamui anime, it got the kind of like Young Justice anime style. If you guys seen Young Justice, of course, and right off rip, like I'm sure some of y'all seen like the sneak peek trailer clip of this guy going crazy on the roof fighting these ninja guys. And in episode 1, dude was on timing. He was on smoke. So this is something that people are talking about, and it is great action. It's on Adult Swim apparently. I don't even watch Adult Swim, but I watched that first episode and it was fire. So I don't know if y'all seen it. Any of y'all seen it yet?
The clip that I saw is when they snuck him at his crib and they got his family. So that's the one. I was like, let me. I was busy today because I wanted to watch it before the show, so we could talk about it. But after the show, I'm definitely peeping it.
No, yeah. So I watched it. Legit, 2 seconds in the show, straight action, straight like 2 seconds. It was like 2 seconds. Like they just. Not even the intro, just like dude's on a bus. As soon as he gets off the bus, smoke. I'm just like, okay. And like the way he was fighting, I thought he was the main character. I was like, okay, he's the main character. Murked. I'm like,
straight murked.
I was like, murked. He was going off. He was like catching needles and shuriken, throwing it back at him, doing triple kicks in the air. Murked. I'm just like, oh. And then just turns up from there. So I'm excited.
Straight head got cut off, bro. Dude, it went crazy. I'm gonna be honest, it went crazy with the action. I'm interested. I'm interested for sure. J.O., you want to say something?
Yeah, I need to tap in with that. I've seen the clips, but I have not watched it. It does look fire though, because I like a good revenge story. A revenge story, always they get right to it. But honestly, you know, I've been having a tough time open my Berserk scriptures. I'm not gonna lie, and the reason I've been having so much trouble getting into Berserk is because I've been reading volume 2 of Hustle. So because of that, you know, I've been away from Berserk because I've been reading volume 2 of Hustle. So Make sure if you don't have Volume 2 of Hustle by Tyler Davis, our very own, make sure you go tap into that. That's my agenda for the hour.
Yes, sir. Make sure you tap into
Yes,
Ty's
That
hustle.
rap's in how you got me in trouble because my girl loves hustle.
Don't say it's repeat, Lottie. J-Rob, I appreciate it. This is why we're Shaq and Kobe when it comes to the
Yes. Let's go. Shaq and Kobe.
We've been three-peating. We've been sweeping them.
Sweeping them. Facts.
Every Baco debate, we've been sweeping them every time. So
Facts. 3P. 3 rings.
Look, I'm running on fumes. The minute he has it, I'm calling both of y'all. The minute he has it,
That's
both of y'all.
Random.
You know so funny, J-Rob.
I need something, bro.
His
I
fight
need
with
something.
hold on a second. His fight with One for All is over. Y'all still saying if he gets it, like bro, his
I need something.
I
need something. I need something. I'm on fumes right now.
No,
I need something. I'm on fumes.
I've never seen y'all playing on the man.
Let me have this, Ty.
Okay,
Okay,
so
let me have this.
hating on MHA. Honestly, I've decided that y'all really just be hating on MHA because it's ridiculous.
Oh god.
This man got his fight over. Y'all still saying he better get off for one. One for
Bro,
all.
he's done.
Like
He is done.
He did his thing. Like the part of Bakugo's story is done right now. Like it's Shigaraki.
Honestly, actually,
he's walking into the time skip.
You know what? Are we gonna get a concession for you guys? He didn't get One for All.
What about you
Oh,
guys?
I already gave my concession. I was like, all right, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm here, bro. I'm here.
I'm being
don't
petty.
you guys say random. Say
Yeah,
random.
being petty.
Him, man.
Yeah.
Him.
I'm being petty.
Bakugo is my only issue.
Until the last
Bakugo
panel,
was, like,
Ty.
after
To the
all
last
this,
panel.
he was just on X Games mode. That was my only issue.
Guys, random actual question.
Bro, but hold on. When you're on the plight of death, you never know what you're capable of doing. That happens in real life.
It
That
does.
happens in real life.
It does. But I want to ask Rams a bigger question. What if I don't want this to happen? Well, at least the first part I don't want to happen. What if Deku becomes the greatest hero because he sacrificed himself to be Shigaraki, and then Bakugo was number one? How would you feel?
I mean, I'm not gonna hate. He's number one. He's number one because Deku's dead.
Nah, if that's really the case, then but Bakugo is truly the favorite character of the show. If that happens, he's truly the favorite character of the show, bro. Like literally.
Todoroki should be number one. I'm gonna stand 10
Stop
toes.
it.
And 10 toes
Hell
on that one. 100%.
Nah, we good.
100%.
Conversation with your
Yeah,
father
100%.
before you
Yeah,
number
man.
one.
Yeah,
Bro, stop us. Bro had a side quest, man. This dude beat y'all.
Hell no. Hell no.
Oh, because what J. Rob said is true. He has a favorite. Straight up gave him a side quest, and then Bago gets all for one.
So you know what the problem is? You know what's so funny about this time, man? I realized Riddell just love a good dull odd character, man. With
Right? Yeah, I think so.
dull eyes and bangs gets my guy going.
Todoroki.
That's just ridiculous. That's just
Isagi.
ridiculous. Like Isagi, it's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. This is just
Man.
Todoroki fighting Dabi makes 100% more sense.
He probably.
Oh no, I think it
he's
makes
probably
sense.
pissed off that One Piece episode just dropped. He's probably pissed at Blackbeard. He's probably pissed.
Yo, J-Rob, you saw that?
Oh, Law's my favorite character. Dude.
Blackbeard, you see my name, Blackbeard's nephew. That's what I like to see. I
They
like
did that
villainous
episode
action.
justice. That was good.
The animators.
He sat his ass down.
Got his ass down. I
The
feel bad
hockey's
for him.
confusing though. You saw the hockey everywhere?
But I will say this though: is he doing Quake with the hockey on top? Because this was my question. Because when Law was on the knee, I didn't know if it was from the fruit or was it from the hockey coating the sea quake. Because he was like on one knee trying to like hold down the quake. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It should look fire though.
I mean, I haven't seen. I've seen a little bit of the clip, but to be fair to Law, man, it's similar to Shanks. He gotta protect a weak ass crew. I'm gonna be honest. He gotta protect a weak ass crew. Hey, Law, pat them up, bro. Pat them up, bro. You need a stronger
Real quick,
crew.
Law does need some new crew members though, for sure.
Real quick, hold on,
it.
real quick. As a person on the outside, why are you saying he protecting the weak ass crew when he's the one that picked?
Nah, his crew really fodder though, for real. Like outside of Beppo,
crew.
Outside of Beppo, I mean, it depends on how much you look at the Sulong form for real, as you know, a big deal. But outside of Beppo, he really don't got like even his crew compared to Kid, like Kid, his right hand man's is another generation of worst generation. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like Kid got a real crew. Like he got a crew that of people that
That's
can
okay.
fight.
That's all right.
But it's at least compared to what does my dog really have to work with on the submarine, bro? Like,
I'll say random. If they pull up on the average dude, they'll be okay, right?
yes.
But if you fight another top tier crew, it's up.
It's clipped.
It's
Yeah.
large.
Yeah,
It's
because
large.
like even if you bring up the Sulong Beppo stuff,
It's not enough.
Luffy has that
Not
with a
enough.
side crew member in Carrot, bro. Like side crew member be doing that type of stuff, bro. It's like, bro, there's levels to this. At Law's levels, it ain't up there, bro. His crew ain't up there. It's tough, man. So shout out Law, bro. Lonnie, did you said you want to say something?
Oh yeah, no. Ty got me in trouble. So, I if you were paying attention to the Discord or whatever, a few days ago was my girl's birthday, and she got to go on a little shopping spree at Books A Million. I was crying a lot that night. But so she got like 20-some books, so she had to rearrange our library because we have too many books. And then today, while she was rearranging, she stormed in. She's like, "Tell Ty,
Gabe, do it."
he needs to get the sizing right." And I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Well, this volume is more like a manga size. This one's more like a manga size. And I'm trying to I don't know if I can put this in the manga section or the manga section. So tell him to get it together. Tell him to get it together." I'm just like,
You see, the first one was when I was figuring shit out. But I'm actually gonna resize the first one at some point. I don't know when. I'm gonna update the art and all that stuff. But moving forward, all the volumes will be volume 2 size.
okay, yeah, because when you resize it, then she'll just buy it again and then throw the other one at me. So,
Oh damn.
but in terms of agenda, I want to say like shout out Viola Davis because apparently she's investing in a anime studio, and they plan on making black anime and manga.
Ordeal. Buy Ordeal. Buy it.
If we get another Sasuke, I'll never forgive her.
Yeah,
I'm mad about Sasuke to this day.
I trust
this
our
day.
auntie Viola Davis.
About Yasuke.
Viola Davis is Sasuke?
No, Yasuke, like the Netflix one.
Yasuke.
I'm mad about that show to this day. That should have been $1 million idea for Netflix, and they fumbled it. Egregious.
Well, Ordeal got a good story, so I don't know how they
Ordeal. You cannot mess up Ordeal, bro. Just buy that, please.
And also, the author of Chainsaw Man, one of his one shots, Look Back, is getting a movie. So
I love Look Back. I'll read that.
So
he has a lot of one shots. I'm gonna be honest, bro. He just be dropping them.
like, if you go to the store, there's like a few compilations of them that you can just buy. There's like 2 or 3. So, he has like 2 movies coming out. He still has the second. He still has probably the second season of Chainsaw Man after the Bomb movie, and then they Mappa said that they want to do Fire Punch. I even though I strongly recommend that they don't animate Fire Punch ever.
Is that even finished?
I don't know. I stopped reading after like chapter 20. I just couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't do it. So yeah, as everything's ending, it seems like he's gonna be on a tear. So but I think that's it for agenda. Did anyone else have one?
I'm just waiting.
I'm not gonna hurt too
Chainsaw
long.
Man chapter. That's what I'm waiting for. I've
already spoke about my boy Dominican Saturn from the Glorious One Piece. The spoilers just dropped. Oda's really gonna have this. At least this one guy, he's gonna go out as a fraud. Now they're having a whole training arc. They're literally having a training arc. Like Luffy's giving a demonstration, beating his ass, and showing somebody, "Hey, this is how you do this." On this guy's face. I didn't want to. Go ahead, Ty.
I said no way.
So I didn't want to believe he was just some regen merchant with no actual combat skill, but it's looking like this guy's gonna go out without killing anybody, throwing a punch. And I'm actually gonna flip this on Oda. I feel like he's getting afraid to kill people. Other than Kid, who's probably dead, the fact that nobody's taking a really serious L, as far as like deaths are concerned, is kind of alarming to me because I feel like he's had multiple times to do so. I thought this Gorosei was going to be the one to, deliver a big blow to the Straw Hats. Mm-hmm. But the way the tides have turned, it looks like we're looking for another W. I like Saturn writing-wise. I think he's pretty cool as far as what he did to the story, how he built up other characters. But as far as combat, that nigga sucks, man. It's supposed to be a rap for him.
Didn't he heard Vic?
I'm not mad at it. Like, you know how I feel. You gotta show, if you a big bad, you gotta show me why. Show me why.
Yo, Luis, on the TikTok, I'm going insane, bro. When I get to really see what, I'm gonna lose my mind, bro. It's bad.
Wait,
That
so
summary was bad.
Vegapunk
Yeah, I thought
is
Vegapunk was
not
probably gonna die.
like
So he took a fatal blow, but according to the summary, Sanji still protected him. So in some capacity, he's okay.
it could. I would say it could be a situation where like he's protecting his body, and then at the end of the arc, he just dies. How would
Yeah.
you feel
If he
about
dies,
that?
there's still like 8 other Vegapunks, so it don't really matter.
I mean, I'm with you. Like
Facts.
he has like straight copies. I'm like,
And that's why I don't like it. It doesn't feel impactful because you'll still have his brain power in some capacity because that shit is on the iPhone cloud, and then he also has the copies of himself. So it's like,
Yo, bro, Dead uploading his consciousness to the cloud is really crazy.
It's
That's
wild.
So true. It's actually facts though. That's what I'm saying. It's facts though.
Oh,
But,
I forgot. Because usually I like hate or like I like always say like side comments about plot convenience. But please, Chainsaw, the latest Chainsaw
Thank
Man
you.
chapter. I need some plot convenience. I need some plot convenience. Don't do this to me, bro. They can't do this to me. They can't take Makima away from me again. They can't.
First of all, first things first. First
can't
things
live
first.
through
About
I
this
need some
chapter.
plot convenience.
Dude, hold on, real quick. Do y'all?
Yo,
Are we done
respect it.
agenda hour, or can we dive into this?
Go
chapter?
ahead, dive into it.
I mean,
right?
agenda hour is into this stuff too.
Okay,
it's like,
so-
get off. We got to get off.
So first things first. Obviously, I've mentioned my concerns about what Chainsaw Man Part 2 is doing. Took too long, but now we hear it feels like they're running. So then it comes out. Guess what? Now Yuta knew she was Makima the whole time. She knew she was Makima the whole time. And then at some point, she's like, "Oh, I'm a feeling with happiness and do the exact same plan as Makima." But then I guess and then all of a sudden Denji gets taken away, and then at the start of this chapter, because she's surrounded by people like a mob, right? And then somebody's like, "Bro, she's a kid." And then one of the people from the Chainsaw Man church is like, nah. And they basically fake it. So now it looks like she's about to die again. But now I'm like, I'm going to need you to explain a lot. If you're saying that she's doing Makima's plan again, when was she doing it? Because we didn't see a lot of her in there. How's she going to get out of this? Because I'm just like Lonnie. How's she going to get out of this? She completely surrounded and she's like a 7-year-old kid. She can't control, obviously, a multitude of people. And then at the same time, why would you? I went back and read. I don't see any like, how did she do it? What is she trying to do? Did she set the fire to burn down all the dogs? By the way, spoilers, I guess, because all the dogs is dead. All them dogs is dead. They dead as fuck.
That's tough.
They dead as fuck. So now I'm sitting there like, bro, you got a lot of explaining to do because I'm angry, I'm annoyed, and I'm scared because you really about to say, "Oh, she was Makima the whole time." She knew
No,
she was
it's not that
Makima
she was Makima the whole
time.
time. Because I don't know if because what I got from reading is that she looked at Denji's memories and she's like, at my past life, I was some person named Makima, but she had no context on what Makima really wanted. Like she just knew like, oh, I used to be someone named Makima. Like that was my past life.
She searched his memories.
Yeah, but
Lonnie.
she didn't gain like a lot of information.
But
Like,
she
said
searched that.
she didn't-
So he takes her back. You see, like when he first takes Nayuta back to his crib, right? And then it looks like at least that night or maybe a few nights after that, she searches his memory. She's had plenty of time. If we're going by what part
she said,
two is
Makima
done.
for some reason wanted his heart, and like she's like for some reason she wanted his heart, but so she doesn't have the full memories of Makima.
She's had plenty of time to know.
But that's
Lonnie.
the thing. So like she lived with
She can
Denji.
search his memories anytime he's asleep. She's had plenty of time to know. That's why I'm saying like she knows what's going on now. I think it's either she's actually fulfilling Makima's plan, or she's like, I love this dude too much now. We too close for me to.
Well, that's what I got from it, because like it seemed like because from just based off what I read, I'm not assuming anything. Based from what I read, she's like, Makima wanted this heart for some reason. I need to find out more about my past life, but I'm gonna like end up ruining Denji. I'm just gonna build up. But then like he kept on like living with her, like they kept on sleeping in the same bed, eating together, having like living life together, and so eventually she just became attached to him. That's what I got from it. So eventually it's like she's like, forget all that. Denji's not my family type shit. And then now she's about to get murked. That's why I need Denji to somehow just come running back and murk everybody.
Oh, but it was clearly a time skip. He wakes up in a hospital bed.
I know. I need something. I need something to happen.
I need something.
You're not about to see Nayuta for a while. If she's still alive, we're not about to see her for a while.
I better see something. Probably.
Hey man, shout out Chainsaw Man. I am curious to see how long they plan to take it, because it's still crazy to me how so many series are about to wrap up. Like, it's actually crazy to me, and including Chainsaw Man, because I doubt it's gonna be like too long. I don't see
Probably
how
get
far
wrapped
they
up
can.
this year.
Yeah, I don't see how far they can extend the story.
How
Right.
much do you think you can do the all the devils come and have whatever the final thing is in this part?
Done by December, probably.
I
Probably.
I don't know.
If not December, like early next year. It's not gonna be that long.
I think
Yeah,
we got
but
more.
even if it ends next year, I mean, that's still like not a crazy time length, because like ending it next year is still like, oh, you're about to end. Right.
Also,
So
if anyone's caught up on Sakamoto Days,
Of course.
Of course. What you
so
think?
fire. I don't know why. It's so fire.
4 days.
Oh my god! Every time I think like, oh, like this is just gonna this is just where it's just gonna be at, and they just take it to another level. 'Cause I really thought that like, yo, they killed my boy, and then he just came back like. And also, if anyone's read Astro Baby, the artwork has been crazy.
I have to finish that.
And yeah, I think there's some serious like it's giving me like some Parasite type vibes. And no, I think they can go somewhere with that. I think that can definitely be one of the big.
They definitely got an interesting little dynamic between the main character and the other important character. Just in case nobody wants to be spoiled at what happens at the end of the chapter 1. It was like, all right, this is where we're going. All right, shout out you, man. Shout out you. That Psycho Policeman manga, I don't like it. I'm gonna be honest. I couldn't get into it, bro. It's not it. It's not it. So we'll see how that kind of performs. If it survives the axe, shout out to you, man. Shout out to
From
you.
what we saw, it's not gonna make it 10 chapters, Riddell.
Really?
It's not. They said we're gonna tell you everything about our main characters that are just showing it. You gotta, dude. You want to know why Anya works? Because we see her fucking use her powers, not just tell us that she has these powers and give us the in-depth explanation of it. It was a terrible first chapter.
And the comedy is way better in Spike's family than the Psycho Policeman. The comedy just wasn't it. They were doing a lot of talking. It wasn't really that funny, not gonna lie. And there was like no action. Like, I thought there was gonna be like some action thing at the end. I was like, no, it's just the generic, oh, bad guy, and then the main character kind of shows off in front of the girl. It's like,
Just start with a case. Just start with a case.
Yo,
and you work that way.
Is he wrong?
Bear's crazy.
He's 100% wrong. What are we doing?
The book of NBA stars, the book Sakura of NBA stars is crazy.
I don't get the point.
Yeah,
Miles, what is this?
Because he's a little.
They're trolling me. They're trolling me.
Maybe he's a little whiny. He acts super light skinned.
Yeah, he is a whiny bitch, but he's elite. Yo, that's my guy, but his personality ass, but his game is great.
I love his
game. Is great.
His game great.
He's like a normal NBA player. Like that
That's hilarious.
He bear.
He a crybaby.
That's hilarious. I'm gonna be honest.
Respect my Pookie Bear.
So another agenda that I guess it's time to address when it comes down to it. Miles, why don't you kind of get it started?
So we had an interesting conversation over the weekend. I think Korra would beat the brakes off our boy Wonder Aang. I don't think she's a greater or more successful avatar than him.
Mm-hmm.
I respect what he did, but as far as one-on-one combat, I don't think Aang could hang with her. I don't think Aang could do it.
And I'm sorry, there's multiple evidence that
now the layers to it. Also, now this is what Miles left y'all with. So first of all, he's doing the Tom Brady Mahomes error tax on Aang. So Aang already got error tax according to Miles.
Listen, man.
Error tax is crazy.
I'll say this.
He error taxed him, y'all. He error taxed him.
I didn't give
The
you a
only
reason.
thing, Miles, I was thinking about this, that I'm worried about this debate. My only thing about this debate, and that's why I'm worried about going down this hole, is that they're about to have another installation of Avatar where he's in the show. And my only thing with this debate is you're gonna go with Korra's multiple fights. You know what I'm saying? She had more fights, I think, overall than Aang, and that's 100% a fact. And I think the argument Aang, the most of us are going to use is that Aang's fight with Ozai is really the standard to base a lot of things on about how the peak of what Aang's powers are. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really his only.
Did he look impressive to you in that fight?
Yes. Because you have to also remember. Can I say why? No, can I say why? Because Aang, you got to remember, Aang is by his foundation, Miles, is a pacifist. In that fight with Ozai, his whole thing is, I do not want to have to kill this man in order to defeat him. He take his whole bending from him. That's
could have killed him.
That to me in itself shows you how powerful he is, because he had to find that new way of coming up with a solution, and it really showed how much of a prodigy he is. Because, bro, you got to remember, he's doing this at 12 years old, 13. Like he's a child, bro. Like and
that's the one caveat I wanted to give.
Child. Like
if we talking Aang,
that's like average airbender.
Yeah,
what?
That's Kai's capping. If we're talking Aang in the comics or in the new series, Aang clears her. I'm not talking about his comic feats are insane.
Right.
Him as an adult, he's insane. I'm just talking about book 1 through 4.
Okay. We're talking about.
I'm talking about book 1 through 4.
You talking?
I got you.
Okay.
I'm not talking about anything after that.
I don't think he's stronger than that version.
Here's the thing, right? Here's my thing, right? In theory, the next Avatar should be the strongest. My problem with Korra is the show does not provide evidence of that being the case. That's my point.
I can give you some evidence.
You talk about the fight with Ozai, bro. That fight was literally about, do I want to kill you or not? Not can you beat me? Will I kill you or not? That's the fight.
Back the whole fight
because
he was holding back.
Yeah,
watch that fight, Miles. Yes. Tell me, Aang was fighting for most of that fight. Tell me for real.
He was
holding back. You could have killed him at least twice.
I got you. When Ozai throws light at him, what does Aang do? Miles.
He thought about it and he redirected it.
Was that holding back or not?
Wouldn't that make him a worse? Wouldn't that make him a worse fighter than Korra? Because Korra would let that shit bang.
Outside of those moments, though, he never got the upper hand on him.
First of all, Ozai would have scared the shit out of Korra. Made her tuck her tail, bro.
No, he would not.
No, Korra would have killed him.
Straight up killed him. You're not going to run with that narrative, J-Rob. Korra's not going back down.
So we think that
we've seen Korra literally be intimidated on her.
Zahir was an airbender for like a week. Come on, what are we doing?
And then also we talked about the fight with him and Azula, and then for some reason, Miles, I don't know if you thought that was impressive or not, because he had to fight Azula and stop the droid at the same time, and he did both. He succeeded. That to me is impressive. And bro, and we do a lot of talking about how Korra had tougher competition.
She did.
Hold on a second. I do not think Kovera, who whooped her ass, is stronger than Ozai. He's the greatest firebender of all time. And mind you, think about it for a second. He is.
All right, go ahead.
All time?
He is the strongest fire. Because think about this, Ron. Iroh, who found the true meaning of firebending, which inherently we know that makes you more powerful.
Yeah,
Uncle Iroh, literally the leader of the fucking White Lotus, said, I can't beat Ozai. So yes, he's the strongest firebender of all time.
He said he can't beat Ozai because it's not his place.
No. He didn't say that.
That is what he said.
Hold on a second. He said, if I fought Ozai, he said, I don't think I could win, but either way, it doesn't matter because the Avatar should do it. So he acknowledged.
He said he didn't know if he could win, so that means that they're on par with each other.
He literally said, I don't think no. He said, I don't think I could beat him. That's what he says. You can look it up. And then he said, even if I could, it's not my place to do so. That's what he said. Okay. So even Iroh, who was the leader of the White Lotus, knew the true meaning of firebending, wasn't confident he could beat Ozai. Yes, that nigga was the greatest firebender of all time.
All right. So to counter some of that one, we'll have to actually look back at that because I think he said something different.
I got the quote.
When it comes to Korra, something that Aang unfortunately did not have is training like from the very beginning. Because before, if you watched all of Korra, the Red Lotus was after her at a very young age, and so they started training her when she was like what 3-4 years old. A big thing that Aang never really got to learn as much is that she was taught how to tank hits. Aang, whenever he actually got hit, he usually was kind of like not necessarily done, but he was kind of like he was usually fucked up. She was taught from a very young age how to take and tank attacks. So durability wise, Korra is better. One, also she can metal bend. He can't metal bend. She's so proficient at metal bending that she can remove the metal toxins from her body. He can't do anything near in terms of that. Do I think that he's a better bender? Yes, but being a better bender does not mean you're a better fighter because she is way more aggressive. Also, when she
but the thing is, her being way more aggressive, that 100% had worked against her a lot in the show. Korra's over reliance on her strength in a lot of ways. She first of all bad at advice, wasn't really well with instruction to start the show.
Yeah, so that's that's not fighting.
But that has to do with fighting, though. That does have to do with fighting.
With Aang, there are times
now you're making okay. So with that logic, Aang being a pacifist doesn't have to do with how he fights.
It does. Exactly.
So what did that mean?
I'm saying that advice and stuff is irrelevant.
I'm talking to Lonnie. He's saying that doesn't have to do with anything, but it does because Lonnie's saying that she's strong. I get Korra is strong. I do believe that she is better hand-to-hand combatant probably in some ways. But to sit here and not act like her personality as a fighter, her head-on, head-to-head force type of style, it definitely worked against her a lot of ways in the show. It actually at one point derailed her confidence. So all I'm saying is when I look at Aang's personality also takes into account to the show because he's a pacifist. He fights because he fights knowing that he's not trying to kill his opponent. He's only trying to subdue his opponent. So if we're going to tax them for their personalities, I think that can go either way. I think that because their styles of fighting are completely different.
That's not my angle.
Also, if you take away Aang's bending,
to Lonnie's point.
I have 2 more points, Ty. If you take away Aang's bending, I feel like he's cooked. We've seen her get her bending taken away and still be able to hold her own. Also, when it comes to the spirit bending, how he took away Ozai, she technically has better spirit bending abilities because when like the whole city was about to get blown up by the spirit power, she was able to manipulate that. He can only as much as we know, he can only manipulate spirit energy within a body. She was able to do it throughout a whole city. So
only in 1 through 4. After that, he's cracked.
Yeah, that's 2 different tiers of spirit bending. You can't compare those two. A
but
person
that was based off the feat he had to do. You're saying that the 12-year-old who during a fight figured out how to take the greatest firebenders ever ability to firebend. You don't think if the situation called for it, she couldn't do the same thing? Because let's not act like Aang was very well connected with his past.
I'm not going to do it. We're just going off of what we saw. Taking somebody bending, I would assume he would have to have a sound understanding of his spirit and spirit bending, no? Because you're not to take somebody's bending, it has nothing to do with just the elements. It has to do with spirit bending.
Has Korra ever done that? Has she ever taken someone's bending?
No. So what I'm saying is
she overcame the negative avatar.
What I'm putting is I'm putting that feat and then taking that feat. I'm putting those
exactly
at each other, bro.
Also, I
negative avatar.
It's literally a primordial god. Random.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So a person versus a person spirit bending versus a god spirit bending. I'm sorry.
Real quick, before y'all keep going, I want to ask a quick question. Obviously, I haven't seen Korra because I refuse to.
Nah, Korra's good. That's
he said I refuse to.
I refuse to
watch Korra. Why?
I've seen enough.
I don't like Korra either. To be honest.
Why don't you?
Has a
Korra
deep bag.
I didn't like Korra.
So real quick though, would you not?
I didn't like her as a character either.
Because Miles said,
why does nobody like Korra as a character?
Would you not like?
I don't mind
is it not fair for Miles to argue that Korra's comp was more formidable?
No, I will say they're the final boss, like human boss. No, but in terms of
Kuvira was strong.
But I'm talking about. In terms
I saw that clip by Codename Superman.
Kuvira, you don't agree?
I think the totality of opponents is better for sure.
I would say this:
big bad.
When people talk about Korra's opponents, is the context in all those fights. So the first one, when she didn't fight when she didn't for example, the Red Lotus, when they jumped her, they captured her. It was like she fought them off and she did something impressive. They just beat her ass. When she fought Zaire, he just kicked her ass. When she fought Kovera, she just kicked her ass. When she fought Oman, the fight didn't even fucking finish. That's what I'm saying. Y'all saying these tough opponents, she lost to all of them. So
I saw that
who
Kovera
did,
clip.
besides Ozai, who
Yo,
did
it's
Aang-
ass beat that
Exactly, Lonnie. Besides
Ozai?
Ozai, who's comp? What comp
Hold
did he
on,
fight?
Time out. But here's my thing, bro. My argument is Ozai is stronger than Kovera, for example.
So besides Ozai, who does he have?
And that's one fight when he was fully realized.
That's the point. That's all I need. If he
Yeah, I'm
is
saying,
you only need one fight.
wait, hold on. I
You only need one
thought
fight.
we were. Hold on, guys. Now y'all moving the goalposts. Y'all said we arguing.
I'm not moving the goalposts, but I'm saying you're bringing up one fight. When Aang was also at
one
his
fight. Is this was the best version of Aang in that one fight?
Honestly, let me
Every
get
other
my,
fight was
That's the standard we have to
mediocre.
use.
I'm not. Hold on, say y'all. Let me get this point real quick.
What?
The point I'm making is that Aang beat opponent in Ozai who is stronger than a nigga that Korra lost to. That's the point I'm making. He is stronger than Kovera. Kovera will Korra's ass. He beat Ozai. He literally beat Ozai. And also he beat him while holding back. He literally could have finished him by redirecting like the fight's over. He spared him. So we know he's more powerful. We know that.
Was
Also,
Ozai?
Miles, don't forget.
Ozai more powerful than the anti-avatar?
Yeah.
The negative avatar.
The negative was he more powerful than the negative avatar?
Then
Batu and Unalaq.
Batu and Unalaq. Then
Unalaq was the waterbender.
What was the concept? Because I don't even really remember season 2 like that. So I remember they both got they both came like mega giants. I don't remember how did they both become that?
They were fighting on like the precipice of the spirit world, like in the middle of this portal or whatever. What was it called? Harmonic convergence. There was a time crunch. There was a time crunch basically, and I guess their spiritual energy was getting heightened. So she was fighting. She basically had what would be the equivalent of Sozin's comet in her favor, and then he had basically the opposite version of that.
Oh, so she got amped.
He got amped too, though. He was only using spirit bending and water bending. She had all the elements.
I guess with that, like, are we going to say that
she beat a god?
But if they're both being
a god is huge.
If they're both being amped, we know that
doesn't
this
that equal
situation is just giving them more power. Are we saying that that's Korra doing it? Or that's what we're doing?
What do you mean?
It's even playing field.
What?
It's even.
They both have the same boost.
I know. No, I agree. So that means like, so I wouldn't consider, like, I guess what I'm also asking, like, in that context, Aang would have also that same boost and then beat the god too. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that feed's not precious to me because they're both on a different level. And so they compete against each other. That's not the standard which Korra fights, is what I'm saying.
But before they got amped, she beat him from the capital all the way to the spirit world. They fought multiple times.
I will say this though.
I know, but that was the god version of him though.
I will say
he was already boosted. He was already turned.
I'm saying that version of him. That's what I'm saying. He was
but he was still boosted above her.
What I'm saying is that is a good feat, but the one she beat that one, that don't really mean.
You're saying the last feat, but the previous feats where he was already boosted above her are good feats. Is that what?
And so where do y'all think that version compares to like Azula and Ozai? Because that's really the thing. Because again, I don't think that Kovera, who handled Korra fairly easily.
But what? Hold up, I saw the.
But
Ty, hold on.
Her mental state was bad though.
Ty, hold on, real quick.
Behind that,
real quick.
No, her
real quick.
got better though. So in season 4, her mistake was fine after that.
No, she was just recovering from the poison. She was still fatigued. She wasn't at 100%.
She tossed the poison out of her already.
She wasn't 100% though.
Based on where the story should they show that? Because the whole rehabilitation already happened. Because I'm a little confused.
The only reason I want to ask, because obviously I'm using Codename Super's thing about that fight. That's the only reason I know about this fight at all. That's the most Avatar Korra I've ever watched. But he does mention in that he said that she was poisoned, that she had something else happen to her. She was clearly still compromised. So
yeah,
is that not something to say to about when they fought and how she was whooped in that fight.
Like even though the poison
she was still in a place of healing and recovery. She was still recovering.
Because when she was doing her rehab, when she first of all she was in the wheelchair, and then she trained with Toph, got to take it out of her, and then later on fought Kovera. So we're saying so where in the story suggesting that I'm still not 100%? What scene? What conversation happened that suggests she's not recovered? That's more so I'm asking.
Even though like she took the body out, like her body was still damaged from like the effects of it being in her body for so long. I thought because it was in her body, the poison was in her body, just in there for a while. Can't.
She was also
That
suffering
did
from she was also suffering from
Nah,
PTSD.
that was
too.
crazy. That was crazy. But I'm gonna say this. I will say this because my thing with Aang, and listen, I'll give Korra this credit. I do think she was, to her verse or to her like era, I think she was the more important avatar in terms of like the impact that she had.
No,
You don't think so?
I think she was a failure.
Really?
Yeah.
I
think she- I think
I have Aang in every single category, including bending, except for fighting. Because
Wow.
like,
Yeah, I
like
think
I
she
said,
was
if you
a
put
failure.
Korra,
Can you explain, Miles? How is she a failure?
I think
Wow.
She erased all of the past avatars. That whole cycle is gone.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, so that's what I was about. Actually, so that was gonna be my point of why I think Aang might be stronger.
How is there
This
no
was my
one?
last point.
Kai, I think Aang is better. I think Aang is better.
I agree with you. I'm not agree with you. I'm just saying I think Aang is way more important because he stopped the 100-year war.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
stop-
true.
Yeah.
I agree.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that also very
Yeah,
much true. He
it
definitely
wasn't-
was revived in the midst
Her
of a
impact
war.
was high too,
Give
though.
us a second. Her beating Kovira was like a mini Ozai from the standpoint of she was trying to take her land back. Ozai was taking over the whole damn world.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I see
But
what
wait,
you- yeah.
but and her winning that fight, she reconnected the human world with the spirit world.
That's why I said she was more important.
Now
That's
you
why.
have
That's
spirits
literally why I
roaming
said she was
around
more
in the
important.
world. I'll say that final point that was very like great impact, but I'll say most of her.
Is that a good thing though? Connecting
yeah, it
it
is.
in the spirit world?
Yes, it is. Yes, it was. So
It
that's
is
why I
good.
said
It's positive.
because like because honestly, I figured I looked at it like Aang created peace, but the ramifications of like that the spirit world that was also very much catastrophic. So I just thought of that. Ooh, excuse me. I thought of that as being like the reason why she might have been more important because of what she did. But also I think in terms of like peace, Aang might have also been unrivaled in that part. My only difference between Aang and Korra though is what you just said, Miles. Her disconnect from the Avatar state. I think by the time Aang got to fight Ozai, he was truly connected to all his past lives. And I think that's what made him, to me, that's in itself, especially at the age of 12. Like, remember, he was stuck in ice for what, 100 plus years?
Mm-hmm.
So he's doing all of this. How long was Korra in terms of like the legacy? Was that 4 years, the story?
I don't know.
How long was
the
Korra's story?
whole-
Like how old was she by the end of Korra? By the end of
she
her?
might have been. I think she was like 21, 18.
Okay, so
really?
yeah, so Aang's story is what? Only like what? That was that about a year, 2 years of his life?
Something
Goes
like
from,
yeah,
12 to like
Yeah.
14.
Oh, that
12
was
to, like,
2 years?
12 to like 15.
12 to like, yeah, it was only like 3
crazy.
years of his life. So she's 21,
Okay.
he's 15. So when I look at that standpoint of it too, I think we're not giving Aang enough credit for like his 12 years of his life. He was just a master prodigy at airbending. The last 3 years,
Yeah.
his ability to master the other 3 elements in that time, and not only that, y'all, I think he was, from what we've seen, I'll say one thing that's different about their fighting styles, because he's a pacifist, I think he's a way more creative fighter.
Mhm.
With all 4 elements. I think the way he uses them is a lot more creative just due to the fact of his fighting style. So with that, along with the way I think he's connected with his past lives and doing it in such a limited amount of time, I think we really undervaluing how strong Aang really was.
But she was prodigious with all 3 from a young age.
Well, I got a question for you,
Wasn't she like
Miles.
4 or 5?
Has
And
she
she already had
ever
math, and she was already
used-
able to do 3.
Hold on.
No, I'm
Has
not-
she ever used like all 4 elements as fluently as Aang did when he fought Ozai?
Yeah.
Yeah, all of his
Yeah,
feats before the comic she copied pretty much. As
Yeah.
far as like bending feats.
Yeah. No, she's a master at all 4
No, I'm talking about
elements.
all at the same time, like Aang did.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
did the exact same circular ball thing. She's done that.
Okay.
She just didn't do the machine gun and a little bit of the. I'm not gonna lie, Aang get a little fancy in that Avatar state. She's not as fancy as him in the Avatar state, but she's done the same stuff.
So I was
going to the hamster ball and get crazy, Mom. Stop
I
playing.
want to say this real quick. So the thing about the spirit world. So one, I feel like her anger had her father, and then her assisting her uncle kind of led to those spirit thing kind of going out of whack in the first place. But the funny thing about it is, I read one of the Korra comics, and the spirit world being open is one of the reasons why Asami gets kidnapped, literally in like in the next comic. So like it shows that because there are people that are traveling between.
Who's the Same?
Yeah, the girl. Yeah, the
She's
girl
a love
girl.
interest. That's her love interest.
Yeah.
Oh.
So like literally because people were traveling back and forth, people were getting like transformed and all that stuff. And this crazy dude literally captures Asami and takes to the spirit world. So that portal being open actually caused more problems. So I don't know.
I mean, directly to her, but not to the world.
No, people were traveling back and but the problem is
to
that
the
people were traveling
world.
back and
Yeah.
forth. Like the dude that traveled to the spirit world literally mutated. And like it was and he was like
It sounds
Yeah.
like ghosts in the human world's a bad idea.
You
I'm
walked
gonna
in,
be
you
honest.
walked into
I'm
Chernobyl.
be
What you
honest.
expected?
and another reason why is because like even Iroh said it in Avatar, he was like spirits and humans, there's a balance that we need to have. It needs to stay that way. I'm going with Iroh, man. I believe Iroh.
Mm,
No, Tank J-Rob. I think Aang is better in like almost every single aspect, including bending. But just the fact that she can like tank hits better, and that I feel like the fact that if she's in the same position as Aang versus Osai, the fight ends super early because she hits him with that lightning, and then game over.
She
That
did
You know what I'm
I
also
think
kind of
Korra will wash
realizing.
him.
You know, I'm
to be fair, when
just the
Aang,
fact that
I don't.
so just the fact that she can
I'm not
tank
gonna
it's better.
co-sign
if
that.
you
I don't
really
know.
think about the fight,
No,
Aang,
actually,
the
she-
moment
I
Aang went,
don't know.
if you really think about
be
the
a
fight
shit
though,
fighter.
if the moment Aang went into
I
Avatar,
didn't see her
state,
fight. No, she didn't fight no
he
lightning bender. So I
completely
don't know.
washed Ozai. Like it wasn't. It was literally a no diff the moment he went Avatar state.
Yeah,
I'll be
exactly.
honest.
I mean, it would have been a no
Aang straight washed
It
Ozai.
would have been no diff if he wasn't sparing him because he would have literally redirected the lightning. I think that so the thing is that Korra cannot redirect lightning because she was never taught it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
So Aang would have no diffed him if he just tried to kill him, but that's he's trying to stay, also keep his values. And I ain't gonna lie, bro, because I was watching Korra literally take the poison out of her, and she talked about how good she feels now, and she went into Avatar State again, right? Like as soon as she did that, because she felt better. So I don't really know if she was still like not good. I don't know. Like I would just
So
ask,
I'm looking at the full fight on the official Avatar page, and it just says in Korra and Kuvira's first battle, Korra knew she was coming in at a disadvantage. While Korra was still in the place of healing and recovery, Kuvira was at the top of her game. Despite the powers of the Avatar state, Korra's own self got in the way of her victory, and she suffers a devastating defeat. Regardless, this battle is certainly one of the greats in Legend of Korra. So the official people are saying she was at a disadvantage, and Korra knew she was at a disadvantage.
What did she do
Korra
to
said, when they say she got her
lose?
own way, what does that mean?
Yeah.
She got frustrated.
Mm.
I get frustrated too.
No.
I will say this.
If I got PTSD and I got the flu, I get mad too. I'm getting worse.
Korra flu game. Korra got the flu game. I will say this about Korra though, y'all. Hearing y'all talk about her and what y'all think of Korra is kind of crazy because like,
well,
I like maybe because I can relate more to her personality than I can relate to Aang's. You feel me? Like that, like headstrong.
Jarek, I'll tell you why I don't like her character writing. The reason why I don't like it is because
Love triangle. The love triangle. I thought that was a little weird. No,
it's not. It's not just that, but that plays into
that
it.
was a little weird. Yeah, that was.
I didn't have an issue with it.
I feel like, and that was very like it had no purpose really. My problem with Korra is that the story and the characters don't really hold her accountable. Like bad things happen to her is not really her being accountable because in the context of which those bad things happen to her. So, for example, the love triangle thing, she literally didn't apologize to anybody. She just
She did
right. Like for example, when she's trying to learn airbending and she can't do breaks an old ancient airbending antique, doesn't apologize to anyone, doesn't learn from it. Literally, when she storms into Mako's office, breaks his desk and threatens him, they just co-sign it. So I feel like there's so many instances in the story where she's not really held accountable by things that could make her character better. For example, when Aang left the world, and also those things that could help hold her accountable are not as interesting. Like Aang leaving and being gone for 100 years, his accountabilities I had to help heal the world again because they don't believe in me anymore. Right. The story holds him accountable for that. When he burns Katara, he's held accountable for that. You know what I'm saying? Everything that Aang does when he has his flaws, he's constantly held accountable for it, and that's why his character is interesting because he works through those flaws. Korra's flaws are kind of swept under the rug, and that's why I just.
You think she was enabled? You think she was enabled a lot?
I think that was some Me Too shit. I'm not gonna cap. I think they're trying to make a progressive story. No, I'm serious, and I think that's why she wasn't being held accountable because some of it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
It was. And but you know what? I feel like the problem. I feel like sometimes when people are writing some stories today, they're trying to focus too much on a lot of things we see like socially, when you can just write good characters. And like, for example, Toph is one of the most like
She's
progressive
amazing.
characters ever. She's a small 12-year-old blind girl, and she's the and her story shows her blindness is a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Like that, if that was in today's age, like if I made a story about a main character that was like Toph, people think it's progressive, but she's just a normal person. So.
Facts. Hey man, you're spinning right there.
Real quick, Ty,
just talks
your
about-
point on the love triangle thing, it would have made a lot more sense if she ended up with the dude's brother at the end. Because
it served
Mako.
Yeah, it would have made a lot more sense if she ended up with Mako, because Mako also had like a crush on her from the very beginning. He's been like the one constant, non-toxic person in the whole group.
Didn't he get hitched to some random like crazy girl?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did, but that was like in the earlier seasons. But also like the last part, like it was kind of forced because her and the girl had beef for a while because they were both beefing over the same dude. And then like they finally got like a decent friendship, and then went from okay, we're decent friends to now she's like her caretaker, and then it went from like enemies to frenemies to friends, caretaker. Now they're dating. It wasn't cohesive. There was just
the love triangle definitely. The love triangle, I will say, when I watched Korra, that I definitely swept that under the rug in my mind. Like it was one of those things where I was like, yeah, this is a little weird, but I'm gonna let it rock and not talk about it.
I didn't mind it.
I'm not mad at it.
It was forced. It was forced.
Yeah, I thought it was a little ridiculous. I thought you could have wrote in another character, or I just felt like she could have had another woman love interest. It didn't have to be that specific one. Just because they've all been intermingled with each other. Like she could have found some beautiful airbender from Lost in the, I don't know.
Did they even build up to the fact that she like was interested in girls? Because like I dropped it way before that because I didn't really like Korra.
So the idea is that when after she had got poisoned and she was going to the PTSD from fighting Zahir, she was the one that basically gave her confidence back. Through nursing her, through being there for her. That's how they developed into a relationship.
It was rushed. It was definitely rushed because it all happened.
100% sounds rushed. Not gonna lie.
Korra leaves for a really long time, and then she writes a letter to Asami. But like, I don't know. You know what? I don't know. But I think Korra had a lot of potential. Like, for example, a great example of this is when they basically tell like, "Hey, the reason you're not learning airbending is because you need to be less aggressive and be more calm." But she gets it because her bending is taken away. That makes no sense to me. Like that could have been a perfect moment for her to mature, but she just gets it. She just the story like that. They were showing that this personality of yours is not good for you as an avatar, but she never changes it. She just keeps doing and then she's rewarded for it. So I was like, okay.
She just kept on having the same problems over and over again, like the same.
That is true.
Problems.
That is true.
Every book was the same. She fucked something up, it blew up in her face, and then she fixed it.
Honestly, facts. Actually,
having a character with some redeeming get you a long way. Like making them, there's something likable about them.
Yeah.
Before we move into the kind of the main topic, because I know Gerald has to leave soon. One thing from everybody on the panel, they want from the next Avatar series. So we can start. Actually, start with Ty. Nah, you dropped that bomb. Start with Ty.
Are we talking about the live action or like the next
the new Avatar
the new one, the Earthbender?
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't want anything. I don't have faith. Like I was hyped for Korra when I saw the trailers when I was like in middle school. I was like, oh, I'm hyped. Then they didn't deliver, so I don't want anything. I don't have faith in them.
Wait, there's gonna be another. Is this the one they're saying like they're twin? Is this the twin?
I don't know if it's confirmed. They just said Earth, and like
he's just the next one. He's the guy after Korra.
He's an Earthbender. Oh, he's an Earthbender. My only thing that I want to see is he in? I would honestly wish that one like they make it a little bit not older, but like TV 14
mature.
Yeah, just like I think that's important than it being PG. Because I think a lot of your fan base is older now. You know what I'm saying? I think that's important to realize. Like Avatar, you're not selling like you are selling Avatar to kids, but you have a fan base that grew up on this. So you need to make sure I think you're still having in mind who your audience is, because we're watching it regardless. And then two, like to me, don't mess up the quality trying to be too woke and try to cater to everybody, because at the end of the day, I think you can cater to everybody and do it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously I think in some ways you lose people a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, like Lonnie and Ty were just talking about, like she doing things and she not being like Korra was doing things, not being accountable for it, like or being rewarded. Like the whole airbending example you just used, I didn't even think about that. Like I did that shit kind of just like wafted over my brain until you obviously reminded me. So I think that's important. So I think they'll go too woke, and I think they'd be all right.
Yeah, Rick, I'll say something that real quick. Honestly, I completely agree with you. And I honestly feel like I have a hot take about this. I'm trying, how can I word this? I don't even think you need, like, I'm going to use myself. When I was watching Naruto when I was a kid, I didn't think, where the black people at? I just thought it was a good, If you right, to me, I don't need to see myself, like, literally to relate to a character. Like, for example, I feel like a lot of people can relate to Rock Lee. You weren't Japanese, but you can relate to Rock Lee's struggle of not being the most talented, but still, like, if you're a good storyteller, you can make anyone relate to them regardless of how they look, regardless of what they identify. Like, that to me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't wait and say, yeah, I was like watching Drive, like, damn, where the niggas at, bro? I just didn't think that.
I mean, Attack on Titan.
Exactly. Like, I didn't.
I was happy young Capone didn't have to go through that shit.
If it's a good story, it doesn't matter what they look like. That's just my opinion.
Keep young Capone off the island, man. Please keep him off the island.
Killer Bee didn't show up till like way later. Drink more water.
I feel like if you can't enjoy, because I've seen people say this, and I've even gotten this. I'm writing a story. I'm obviously not there at these guys' level, but people say, "Are you gonna have certain theory story?" And I'm like, maybe not. But like, I just feel like if
just write your story.
If you can only enjoy a story unless you have this one thing, to me is a bit strange. Unless it's narratively relevant. Like, if you're writing a story about civil rights, you need black people. Like, right? If it's not relevant to a story, then I don't even think it's needed.
To kind of roll with what Ty's saying, Lord of the Rings. The reason I can't watch Lord of the Rings anymore, one of my obviously I have family in Africa and they watched it for the first time. I've watched all three. I didn't watch anymore. I didn't watch Hobbit, whatever. But one of my cousins, when I was back in high school, I took the set with me because I was like, y'all got to see this for real.
Right.
And then halfway through the first movie, he's like, yo, why they killing all the orcs? And I was like, because they're the bad guys. He was like, but there are no black people in it. So are the orcs the black guys? And then that shit just messed me up, and I can't watch it no more. Because I'm like, first of all, the story's great, other than like, Elrond, just push the human dude with the ring into the lava and handle the consequences. None of that stuff happens, right? But then ever since then, I can't watch it because I'm like, yo, Legolas going a little too hard on my people right now. I don't know how I feel.
That's crazy. That never came to mind. Miles, did you say what you expected from the Earth series?
So I'm depressing, so I don't really expect much because we're just in the era. People really like the fumble stuff. I will say, on the account of Korra fucking up everything, that Earthbender gonna have a lot on his plate.
Oh my
god! So I hope they do him justice because he got to fix Ba Sing Se.
Facts.
The spirit world Earth stuff. He just has a lot to do.
Oh, they fucked up Ba Sing Se
again. Fuck.
I was gonna,
the Earth Kingdom is fucked. It's bad.
I was gonna ask since we're getting an Earthbender next. We spent so much time in the Earth Kingdom in the first Avatar series. I was like, what are they gonna do different? So if it is that cooked, you tell me this dude
good for the story though.
No, it was. So that's why I was
definitely got to rebuild the kingdom.
They got to rebuild the kingdom. How big is the time skip? Obviously, because that's also one of my things. I was like,
yeah,
how the airbenders rolling around? Metal bending's this thing. They got electric things. What's going on here? I got questions.
They got lava bending.
Yo, we might have architecture bending, bro. Like, bro might be able to just build a crib from earth and metal, bro.
Also, one last thing, real quick, Ty. I want his origin. I think his origin. I wanted like a very regular ass origin. Like maybe he's just kind of chilling, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't want it immediately be like you need to save the world, like bro, like you just chilling. Give him a father, let him chill.
You want Isagi, bro. You want Isagi.
Yeah, let's chill.
A regular schmegular MC, just regular dude. I respect that. I do respect that. You know what I would like though? Let him fly though. Please let him do that flying thing.
Chill.
Yo, Miles, that
Only
I ain't
one man.
Yo, Miles, I'm gonna keep it a bean though. When they introduced the flying, I said that's the only bending I want to know. I will disconnect my tether to the world, bro.
I'll say this: for Zahir to only be an earthbender for like that week, because he was a regular dude before that.
Yes, bro.
He was cracked. If they would have let him have some time with airbending, he would have been crazy.
Yo, Zahir to me was my favorite villain in Korra easily. Like once that was
reading text.
Yeah,
he got that strong just from
air out
reading
of people's
text and
lungs,
studying.
yo. That was
bro.
crazy.
I ain't gonna lie. He also kind of feel bad for him. You know, they mess with his love, bro. I respect the guy with a Y. I respect the villain with a Y, man.
Yeah.
I respect
also Gabe. We
respect
did.
the villain with a
We
Y,
talked about
bro.
Ninja Kami a little earlier.
They made his girl blow her
Fire.
stuff.
The same way Combustion Man did. Yeah.
Come on, yeah, exactly. My boy had a Y. He had a Y. So,
all right,
you want me to go?
Lonnie, yeah, go for it.
I like the rival stories and stuff like that, and I like it a little dark. I want to kind of be like a little bit like the Kyoshin story, and also if y'all read Kyoshin whooping both Korra and Aang. I don't care if you read. She's whooping both their asses.
Facts. I was just about facts.
I don't know why Aang kept going to her for advice when you knew what her advice was.
Kill him. That's her advice.
Kill him. He had the
Kyoshi.
nerve to make a goddamn joke. I'm like, bro, the minute you called her, you knew what the answer was.
Listen. Kyoshi was knocking over mountainsides with airbending. So that's all I needed to know, bro.
She was hanging around with someone called the false avatar. She was hanging out with
OD. Yeah,
please don't fumble her movie, bro. If she don't get whatever she gets, don't fumble that.
She's the best avatar. She's OD.
I get a hot take about Kyoshi.
What's up?
Oh man, I don't know y'all gonna like this. Y'all gonna hate me, bro. I don't think she's this murder machine people say she is based off of this. Let me just tell you why.
She's murder machine.
Her backstory, she was extremely passive. Y'all remember the Chan the Conqueror? When they show her backstory, the whole map was green because he was taking on the damn world. Her response was to move her fucking island, not kill him. Move the island away.
Say y'all got it.
Did you read her book?
She's like, she's like, I'm gonna do everything to top Chan. And Aang was like, but he just fell off because he didn't move. You didn't kill him. He's like, yeah, but it didn't matter. I'm like, no, that matters. You're gonna
that matters.
That's it. I was like,
Ty, did you read her books?
Like that, bro. I'm sorry, I can't. I was like, that's crazy. You want to take your people in depth.
She's not as bad as the Surfer Avatar.
My Surfer Avatar is crazy.
He got took by the face stealer. He's
trash.
Man,
that's
he's trash for that. He's trash.
Trash for that. What I was saying,
Lonnie,
my guy was just chilling, not giving a hell about the world.
Surfer. He got his face stolen. What a bum.
Trash, bro.
No, I'd like to see the kind of like, not like a redemption story, but like I wouldn't mind like if he had like a rival that was like just as strong as him, and like maybe like he's raised by like not some good people, like maybe he's like raised by like some of the enemies, and like he has to realize like, oh, they're trying to like ruin the world, and I have to like go against my family type shit.
Like Roku's, kind of like Roku's.
Yeah.
What if we got like a?
And I need dead body. I need bodies. I need bodies.
Yo,
I would love some bodies. I would love some death. I would love some death in Avatar. I'm not going to. That sounds bad. But for real though, we need that. I'm trying to see some dead bodies though. For real, come on.
Yo,
well,
Ty,
I'm gonna
read Kyoshi's stories. Her books are kind of fire. Her books are fire.
Yeah, no, shout out Avatar. They got a lot of material. We still got to see what they're going on with that live action. For me, when it comes to the series, I mean, I'm not hopeful to an extent because, like I said, I dropped Korra. I just didn't like her. So make the MC likable, bro. Right from the beginning, make him that guy. Just make him that guy. Aang had to grow into that guy. Korra never became that guy. Make the Earth Avatar that guy right from the jump. And I'm here for it.
I mean, the other Avatar's gone. He's just talking to Korra the whole time.
Gabe put something.
I'm hot.
Gabe put some in the chat though. That I'm kind of fucking with. They're gonna make the next Avatar twin, and his twin gonna be the op. If they do two avatars, evil Avatar, the brothers,
evil Tar,
good Tar. You feel me?
That was a rumor for like years and years, bro.
That would actually be crazy.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Even cap it off more. Please kill your brother. I want him out.
You gotta handle
business. His brother like they need to make his brother like the evilest version.
He's irredeemable.
You know what would be
Irredeemable.
funny?
Yes.
You know what would be
He's
funny?
the
If, like they're
negative
both
version
technically
of
the
God.
Avatar, they can only do like one can only do like fire and air. The other one can only do water and earth. That would be hilarious.
Oh, they split it.
Yeah, if they were
That's interesting.
bending was split, that'd be
I have
interesting.
a question. Do y'all think
That's fun. That would be
y'all think
cash.
if they do like the twin avatar, do you think that what do you think about this? What if they both of them can only master two elements because they're twins, and they go into avatar state if they connect spiritually or some shit like that? And that's how they can battle each other.
No, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that.
Like
Oh,
some
you-
resonance, like some resonance shit.
Like if they work together.
Oh,
I would
Soul
actually
resonance,
prefer,
yeah, facts.
I would actually just prefer.
I don't mind that.
I would want to see them both have all four. Honestly,
But I don't mind them. They walk different paths and they come together later though. Like
But to
one
me,
can
you
be
get away
evil.
from. But you can't be the Avatar and not have half elements, bro. I'm not gonna be able to understand.
Because they're not gonna call you
It's
the
not,
Avatar.
it's not gonna make sense to me, and I'm not gonna also be able to get behind the idea of they're connected. So now that's the Avatar.
Oh no, that's not what I'm saying.
I
That's
ain't trying to see that.
I was about to say that's how they battle, kind of like Korra fought her uncle, that type of thing.
They project themselves.
It'll be interesting to see. Brandon, what's your thing?
Like I think I mentioned, obviously I would love to see more. That's why I want my guy to be more regular, because obviously we got to see the royal in the first one. We got to see I want to see what the regular people be doing. I want to see that, obviously fixing the Earth Kingdom, and then hopefully they handle the transition from Aang, wherever, from Korra to this new dude better, because the one thing that really turned me off was like, hold up, Earthbenders are back. Unless you're telling me Aang was doing the Sasuke plan, proposed plan. Like Earthbenders are back, like Airbenders are back. How come they have electricity? Is metal bending? Like, how did all this happen in what 70 years?
Right.
There's just not. It just doesn't make enough sense.
Yeah,
like,
air
and
attack.
I'm not trying to air attack.
my
I'm not
boy.
trying to air
I'm
attack. But
talking
like,
about Miles. I'm stubbing Miles.
like, but that's crazy. Do all that in 70 years? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
when there's
Depending on
relative
if it's a
peace, you know?
peaceful era.
Well, actually,
if it's a
Random,
peaceful era,
don't
there's
be
a lot
too
of time to
surprised.
progress.
Don't be
not
too
gonna lie.
surprised though, because you got to look at it like this. Like, I mean, Toph was the first person in metal band, right? So then 70 years later, there's been advancements. I mean, it's like the dunk contest. We seen the first through the legs. That shit got easy. Now everybody windmill, everybody 360. Evolution come quick, bro. Once you see one person do it, like the first under 5 minute mile, then how many people started breaking that? It's like that's how evolution works. Once you see it's possible, like humanly possible, and I think that, you know,
Not only can they,
I get what you're saying.
people-
Like you feel like the time frame, but how they do that shit. In
but
such
also
a small
remember,
amount of
like
time.
I think I was a freshman in high school when Korra came out, so I was
Yeah.
like, that was what I saw, and I was like, all right, I can't do this.
Well, actually,
Like, I can't do this.
Hey,
I
that's
think I
fine.
prefer is that I hope they bring back a lot of the culture back to Avatar. I feel like that was just the most interesting thing to me.
Yeah.
It feels like it was very much watered down punk Western 1920s type of thing.
Yeah.
And the only problem I had with that is like it felt a little bland to me, because even think about the air nomads. They didn't start building the air nomads back until more airbenders came. But the problem with that is that being a bender doesn't make you any less of a nation than
Right.
a bender. For example, Sokka is not any less water tribe than Katara, even though he's not a bender.
Yeah.
So I feel like that to me showed that there was really no culture in Avatar anymore.
Right.
Kind of no.
So did you not like
No.
did you not like when they because you remember people just started unlocking powers like bending?
No, I get that, but
That makes
to me-
sense.
But to me,
No, but I'm saying, did you not like it because it kind of broke people up? You know what I'm saying? In terms of like that's what I was asking.
it's not that I didn't like that, but
Mhm.
to me, if it kind of seems like because if he was very big on building the air nomads, then regardless if benders came or not, he should have been building the air nomads.
Right.
Now, if you want to talk about people coming into Republic City and that's just what the case is, sure, but to me it just wasn't that type of setting. Just wasn't as cool. Like,
fair enough. All right.
Dumb question real quick for you guys. So obviously 70 years past the Fire Nation legitimately trying to take over the world. How did people feel about the Fire Nation in Korra?
Oh, they good.
Yeah,
They like the army. They the army.
It's Gucci. Yeah, it's Gucci.
Zuko.
Oh.
Yeah, and
It's
as
not
they
his
should
son.
be.
It's his nephew. Zuko's nephew or his son.
Yeah, Zuko's the big in terms of rebuilding the.
Yeah, Zuko an old
Fire
man,
Nation.
but his nephew's like a general of the army or whatever.
Yeah, you know, I feel like they fixed a lot of that stuff in like the comics, because when I think it's pretty interesting when they were going back to Bossing Say, a lot of people that were Fire Nation were born there. They don't really know about the war like that because, well, I mean, yeah, they were taking you guys over, but now I'm born. The war's over, and they had like friction.
Yeah.
So like the Earth came in and Fire Nation actually had friction at the time, and it took a lot of time for Zuko was traveling around the world making peace with people. Like went to the water tribe, it was like, nigga, we don't fuck with you still.
We remember everything, gang.
I thought that was cool.
So you think that movie's gonna follow his travels around the? Because is it a mistake that they've not maybe adapted more of these comics that you're talking about?
Could I be honest? I think one of the biggest fumbles is not adapting some extra story to Zuko. I think Zuko is actually, to me, one of the best written animated characters. Period, bro.
Oh, for sure.
He goes and finds his
my
mom.
guy, bro.
No, what I'm saying is like, Miles, I think he should have had a whole
I think that's the group. I think
movie special,
like his own saga.
Yeah, like I think you could have spun him off. Like I think
because he is getting his own movie.
Him and Toph, like you could have talked about how Toph was really one of the biggest reasons for advancement.
Why she got 3 baby daddies? I need a new.
She got 3 baby daddies.
Toph got 3 baby daddies. Toph got 3 baby daddies, and Toph is literally one of the reasons for like such the advancements in the world because of metal bending, like her advancement. So that would have been crazy to see how she's expanded, and then obviously Zuko trying to create, peace amongst the fire. He's trying to rebuild relations between the Fire Nation and the rest of the world. I thought that would make for some great television.
Helen Keller can never. Like, damn, she got.
By the way,
come on,
by the way,
bro.
that okay. Toph busts in when they're stopping Ozai, and she takes hold of the door. Those Fire Nation soldiers must have been shook because they ain't never seen nothing like that before. I'll be like, what the hell is this?
What did she just do?
What did she just do? Like, hey, back up. You got it, bro.
No, but I think they. I don't know if it's confirmed, but I'm pretty sure the Zuko movie is going to be about. It's either the Zuko movie or the other movie. It's going to be about finding Zuko's mom, and that I think in the comics that's like where they also have to take Azula, and Azula at this point she's just straight schizophrenic.
Yeah,
and so they have to keep her in check because she'll just be randomly wilding out on them and stuff like that. Yeah. So and then they have to find the face stealer or whatever. So I think that's like a whole.
I thought her character arc was done very well.
Yeah, I like Azula too.
I like her.
Azula's a really good villain.
Menacing. That wasn't that whole episode where she just keeps.
So at the end though, that was my baby.
And I thought the perfect.
I love
touch,
that too, Ronnie.
I thought
the perfect touch to Azula was the fact that she had blue flames, because as just like it was almost kind of like as hot as her flames are, they were like cold at the same time because her character was so like, So
yeah,
I like that.
All right, so what we're gonna do next is, since this is the 15th episode of the BSS, we're going to officially create our My Anime List. We're gonna have 15 anime that we're gonna choose, and then we're gonna give a rating. We're all gonna have our own rating. We're gonna do either average it out if we got to debate a little bit, like, yo, your rating's whack as hell, to make sure that ratings get bumps up a little bit or taken down a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. But to start it off, there's 15. We'll have J-Rob kind of name his first two or three, since he has to leave soon, and then we will go from there.
So this anime list is just a list of things that we are suggesting to for the fans to watch.
No, these are this is a series that you want to give a rating. So any series you want to bring up that you want to put a rating for our official list, that could be Blue Lock, that could be Tokyo Avengers, whatever the first series, and then we're all gonna give our rating about it and talk about it.
Okay, I see. I'll go Villain Saga first. I'll throw Villain Saga and
random. Go to the down arrow.
Oh,
down arrow. A little bit left. The down on the left, down left. Go to the left a little bit. That down.
Okay. I'm tripping. I apologize.
Yeah, type of Vinland.
I'm gonna go Vinland Saga because I think this is just just a phenomenal story, and I think anybody who likes anime, wants to get into anime, I think Vinland Saga is the one. It's one of them ones.
Okay. I wish they just did them. You get Vinland Saga and you just give a tab instead of I don't have to add Vinland Saga, then Vinland Saga season 2.
Yeah, just do one of them. That would be a good enough. That's usually what I do. Okay. Vinland Saga. I mean, well, what would you give? So, from what you've seen from the first 2 seasons, what type of rating are we looking at?
Oh, so far, honestly, I give Vinland Saga a solid like 9.8, 9.7. Honestly,
So,
like I've enjoyed every bit of it.
I mean, I'm kind of with the 8 or 9 range too, with the ups and flows. I think a big thing for me is like the ending of the series, but for the first 2 seasons, people don't like the change of tone from season 1 to season 2, but it's so intricate in the character that is Thorfinn and his progression and how he grows from what happened in season 1. And then you see everything that happens in season 2. I'm sure people seen it. I don't know if it's finished yet, but you see everything that happens in season 2, how like he's completely down in the dumps. He doesn't have any purpose in life. He's basically just living as a slave at this moment. I mean, the fact that people were cutting him up and he didn't even flinch kind of tells you where his heart is.
Facts.
And then you see him grow. It's like, okay, now I have to change my whole point of view to the point where he becomes a pacifist.
Facts,
He becomes
bro.
a peacemaker. This is Thorfinn we're talking about.
With let's not sell it short. With bodies on his head, bodies. He has bodies
Beyond
better
bodies,
man
bro.
than me.
bodies, bro.
And
Remember,
let's be very clear, Thorfinn did some terrible stuff,
Come
bro.
talk about it, man. Talk about
There's
bro.
I don't know if she's gotten introduced, but there's a reason why there's a new character that wants to kill
him. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, this is storytelling, bro. To like could do a complete 180 in the second season, bro, and to do it well, and to keep him still interesting. Like, I thought it was phenomenal, bro.
I always respect when you can do something like that with a character, and I'll never forget. So remember when season 1 he washes up on that village shore and he spends like that episode with them. That lady's look on as she looks at him as Askeladd's raiders start. I'll never forget that look, man. That was like I don't even know what I would do for like my mom to give me that look. Like legitimately, what the bad thing I would do. And then obviously in season 2, I love Snake and Canute. Those were 2 really good characters. And then also Vinland Saga went viral. I Have No Enemies was everywhere.
Right.
Everywhere. I just think I personally I'd probably put it 9 closer to 10. I just think it's fantastic.
Bro, there's not too many shows that you could watch a guy get punched in the face 100 times and it'd be one of the most powerful things you've seen out of a character, bro. I'm sorry. Like,
face busted up,
busted,
still like
They talk about, I think I'm cool with the 9.
Bro, melted his face, bro.
What about the rest of y'all? What y'all think?
No, I'm cool with the 9 though. Thorfinn is not because I'll never. How can I put this? I don't aspire to be like how Thorfinn is in the second season, but I do truly respect it because.
Oh, I never could be a Thorfinn second season. Bro.
I could never know because back in the day, I want to say back in the day, but it's really not that long ago. I was wilding the hell out. I just saw his face.
I was like, "What you mean by that, bro?"
I was really wild. I was really on a tear.
We gonna find out Lonnie got a record, bro. One day.
Got some bangs on them.
The only people that got records are people that got caught. The stupid ones. Anyway. Anyway, no, I was really on a tear. Like y'all know EST and Taylor. They really talked me out of that. I'm really in my healing, being a better person era right now. But I can never go all the way to what Thorfinn is. I couldn't do that whole 180 that he did.
Yeah.
I'm right now I'm at 90 degrees. So I couldn't do that.
I'm at 90 degrees.
Like I still cut somebody. But you know,
I'll still fly. Hey, I'll still fly out and beat somebody's ass. But hey, I ain't gonna go the whole way.
And I'm 90 degrees. I go.
No, but I really respect his whole art and like the maturity that it takes because when you really want to get your get back and when you're really in those dark places, like to really like turn around, like it takes a lot more strength than people realize. Like it's so much harder to like not forgive, but like low key to forgive yourself and other people. It's so much harder than just to stay in that mindset of like, yo, I need to get my get back. So I really respect Thorfinn's story. So yeah, I'll give it like a 9.
Tom, Miles, do y'all have anything different to say?
I give like a 9.5.
Miles, you're not caught up with Vinland, right?
I'll give it a 7.
He said that
still
with like disgust too. Like he
I
just
still
throwing them.
no,
a bone.
I'm not disgusted. I can't get past the first episode.
That's crazy.
Ty,
You're so annoying.
Yo, Ty, I've said this before. You give the same reaction.
Oh man, that's
How?
hey.
How?
If you want
The
to
show
mute
started
Miles,
with some
if you want to
gas.
mute Miles, there's a $10 donation right there.
Yeah, you got someone put it just $10 to mute
Mute me is crazy.
Yo, somebody throw Miles that 25.
It doesn't move me.
Oh, yeah.
Read, Miles, read.
Throw that 25 and force him to read.
Somebody tell Miles to get in that scripture. Please.
Damn, Miles, you took my job.
Miles is officially
Bro, that's
villain.
crazy.
Okay, yeah, Miranda.
Well, I mean, he is the top floor.
I think it averages.
I got you.
9,
I got you
so
on the 9.
top
J-Rob,
floor
what's your other
ball.
one?
Oh yeah, J-Rob, what's your next one?
I mean, I don't want to go into the easy ones because I want to leave that for y'all boys. Honestly,
We don't have to do like my fault. We don't have to do like popular shit or we can do whatever we want.
Yeah, you do whatever you want.
All right, cool. Because I'm gonna do another one that I feel like is another like to me this one another 9.5 10 level joint. The best short anime to me ever. Best 10 episodes ever. Give me a Cyberpunk Edge Runner.
Yes, sir.
That's good.
That's the best 10 episodes ever, bro.
That's good. That's real good.
10 episodes of straight pain. Straight pain.
Yo.
Straight pain.
You saw.
Wait,
you
did
saw
you give
in,
it a 10? Did you give it a 10 out of 10?
I will give it a 10 out of 10, bro. I'm cool with it. For a concise 10 episodes of story, that's how you do it. That's how
Loki, that J-Rob, that anime saved the game.
Saved the game.
And even
Very
now
quick.
they got things to it. So you can go, there's a place in the game apparently where you can find David's mom's tombstone, David's tombstone, and you can pay your
I'm
respects.
about to start streaming Cyberpunk, like the new joint, because they re-updated the whole game.
J-Rob, it's good. I've been playing through it. It's good.
I'm about to really play it. Isn't Idris Elba's in it, right? So I'm about to play that.
Yeah.
He's the guy. I'm about to play that joint again. Like, that'll be some good content. But that Cyberpunk, that 10 episodes, you ever watch something that make you just like really, I don't even know how to explain it. For a show that had a sad ending, I still kind of felt like bubbly inside because of the music, the lights, the vibes, like even the way he went out at the end was like, yeah, you mean that's an edge runner, like
Night City legend.
Yeah, like you're a Night City legend. Like this is what an edge runner is. Like this is what this is the game. What's the word? Live by the sword. You know, like that's living by the sword. You feel me? He very much could have went to the school route, had one of those smart brains. Could have worked for what's the name of the Arasaka? He would have been a great Arasaka agent, and obviously he went by the sword, and I respect him for that. But I would look at Cyberpunk as truly one of the best anime just I've ever watched. Period. Like music, animation, storyline, character development. Give it magnifique. I'll give that a 10. Flat down, I'll give it a 10.
That's the one where like my girl would come up and try to talk to me afterwards. I'm like, just give me a second, all right? Just give me a second, please, please. Just stand over there. Oh my god, what a show!
I still watch it. I still watch it from time to time. Still, like I'll just throw it on at episode 1. You know, one of those lazy days. I'm just chilling because to me it still hit every time. It hit every time.
Okay, all right. Anybody else want to add anything with Cyberpunk Edge Runners?
I just
see me. I'm more of a sap. I was like, David, just come on, bro. Just one time, just pick Rebecca. That was me. Pick Rebecca. Yeah. She's right there for you, bro. She care for you. When Adam Smasher take out Jared, when I told you I found that dude again, I start a whole new save. I got to get my get back for David for real.
Bro, you know, Adam smashing the games is like you really can't even fight him because he will smash you.
You're not cooking him. Yeah, you're not
cooking him, bro.
Adam Smasher.
Yo, I want you to know, random. I don't know how much you know, like the Cyberpunk lore. Adam Smasher is like the fact that he even has any type of human component of him left. Like, bro, he is all cybernetic. Like, he is all cybernetic. Like, he's David. Like brain strength, whatever. Times, I would say like times 100, bro. Like, he's literally damn near a robot, still with a human level like intelligence.
He's one of the few normal cyber psychos.
Yeah. So he pretty much random. He's a prodigy. brain talent, super brain talent.
And I whooped his ass. I whooped his ass.
Yo,
Does
Adam
everybody
With
else
David's
agree
jacket
with
on. With
and I
David's jacket on.
teabagged
Gotta
him
wear
after
the
I
grip too.
teabagged
Adam
him.
smashing him.
Does everybody else agree with the 10 out of 10?
Yeah, so you can put 11, put 11.
Okay. I mean, I've only watched the first episode, and I can tell, bro, this is gonna be a ride. So I was like, I don't need to take this ride right now. I'll take this ride later. So I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it in the
We
bank
were
for
mad
a
at
bit.
Miles for like Vinland. You only watched the first episode?
But like, I don't
so
hate
weird,
It's
Riddell.
only
weird
10
with it, bro.
episodes.
So weird.
Yo, don't deflect to me. We talking about you right
No,
now.
Riddell, no. We got to give you some smoke, Riddell. How do you, bro? The fact that you've never even watched the Tengen fight because you read the manga, the Tengen,
That's still wild.
the
That's wild.
that's
as hell.
crazy.
I've seen clips. That's all
seen
good. man.
Clips ain't gonna hit it.
I mean,
We're lucky
It's
we
gonna
don't
change
have.
your life,
We're
Riddell.
lucky this isn't like an in-person podcast. I would have been smacked right there.
I mean, I'll be honest. I'll be honest.
teleport, bro.
I haven't seen the ending of some anime like on the show.
No,
I only
that's
read
what
it.
he does. Like if he, so let's just say he watches season 1 of Vinland Saga, then he goes to read after that. He'll never watch season 2 of Vinland Saga. He'll never
I
watch it.
I mean,
I don't-
already
I
know
don't
what
get
happens,
that.
though. I already know what happens.
I just do both.
I only care about the story.
Like, bro, like I don't like, bro. Honestly, sometimes I wish I never watched Promised Neverland. Just had that book in my bank, in my head, bro. If I just had the book in my head, that's all I needed. Cause that other shit I watched, I didn't need that.
I did that
Random.
for like one.
I ain't need that, random.
I only watched
could've just
season
had the
1.
book,
Thank
bro.
God.
I don't watch
Can't
One
even
Piece
the
like
book.
consistently at all.
I
What?
feel that, man.
I said I don't watch One Piece consistently.
Neither do
at
I.
all.
Oh, yeah, me neither.
I
Me
only
neither.
read it.
It's
It's
different
easy.
though. That's I'm just fine,
I only watch the
whatever.
fights.
I
Like,
see
bro,
clips.
Yeah, the
I would
fights.
say I
That's
read
what I
One
watch.
Piece.
I
It's
was
easier
like,
to read
Watching
it,
clips
bro.
is crazy.
Yo, if you really are a One Piece fan, you read it. It's easier to read, bro. It's easier to get through. You just gotta read it, bro. It's easier that way.
Maybe
Yeah.
by
Oh
the
yeah,
end of the
it's
year.
faster.
Because,
Bro,
you
because if
can-
you really watch One Piece, the stuff you really want to see, like you're not gonna see it. It's gonna be split up maybe between 5-6 episodes. Sometimes it's easy to just get through in a book. Like I ain't gonna lie, the way they just did this fight with Blackbeard and Law, I'm excited for the future. Lonnie, that's what I
for
needed
sure.
to see. That's
But
what I needed to see. That type of animation.
where
man.
there's Blackbeard and Law, there's also the fact that they keep on rewinding the same clip with Gear 5. I was like, bruh.
Yeah, like Riddell, like come on, you saw, like to me that showed you the level of difference. Like whoever animated that is a G, man. And Blackbeard is really moving me, y'all. Moving me.
He's a tough villain, no gonna lie.
All right, who's next?
Sukuna, watch out, gang. Watch
Yo.
out, bro.
Better, hey.
Sukuna, watch out. Blackbeard is moving me.
Yeah, 'cause
I
apparently
love
we ain't getting no.
Blackbeard.
Apparently we ain't getting no Heenan era or whatever.
He has to catch up to DJ Rod.
If we don't
That's
get Hay in there,
crazy.
that's big.
Kenjaku's a
Like, we
complete
don't get
fraud if
Heenan
you don't
era.
get that.
Blackbeard might take Sukuna's spot for real. Because
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. All I'm saying, y'all, Sukuna, watch out. That boy teach. My dog is teaching right now. You feel me? I'm
Gege's
rocking with him.
and Gege's. I don't know if you guys read like the author comments, but Gege's on different type of time, and he ain't when it comes to the Heenan era. I don't know if y'all
What'd he say?
he said like, oh, well, I think it was like last week or the week before. Like his author comments were like, I was having trouble with like sorcerers with the Heenan era because thinking about if they can drink milk or not, because technically drinking milk back then was taboo. But then he said, oh, but Sukuna can just drink his own. What does that mean?
I think that
Oh, I
was
saw
What does that
comment.
mean?
Crazy comment.
What does that mean?
What are we trying to say about Sukuna right now?
Yeah,
Like,
ask Gege. That's what I want to do.
I'm almost certain that was real. If that was real, that's crazy.
bro,
What?
I'm gonna leave it at that.
You know,
I'll-
Well, he is
the
a
Shonen Jump
demon,
magazine
though.
and
He's
the
a-
authors
he
make
could kinda
comments.
do
Hey, stay around. No.
You know how like
bro.
the authors
Wow.
like, Shonen Jump
Trying to
magazine make
drink his
comments
own milk,
every week?
J-Rob?
Listen, I'm gonna say is this: my boy Gigi Smokes is like that, bro. So Gigi Smokes can do whatever Gigi want to do. I'm rocking.
Drinking your own milk as well.
Yo,
That's
let's Sukuna like squirt some don't like curse milk at somebody. I'm
We
out.
out, bro. We
I'm
out.
not reading another chapter.
Right.
I'm not reading
All right. Let's see. What you call it? J-Rob, you want to do one more?
Oh yeah, sure. I'll do one more. Something that I want, because I want to throw things in there that's like just new to the vibe, not the same stories. Well, I got one. Let me go with Let me go with Hell's Paradise. I'm gonna go Hell's Paradise. Another story that I think, because I read Hell's Paradise, I love the story. I thought it
I
was
read
good,
it too.
and I think Hell's Paradise, I think because of Chainsaw Man and JJK, Hell's Paradise really may have not gotten as much attention from that, that dark 3 that came out. But I love Hell's Paradise, and I probably rate it there's only been one season. I've honestly loved the animation. I think that animation is beautiful. I'll probably go really like an 8, 7, 7, 7.5, 8, somewhere around there for the first season. I think it was really good. I probably lean more towards the 8 because I do like Gabi Maru. I think he's a dope ass MC. So I'll go with an 8 for Hell's Paradise.
Okay.
The fact that the author is willing to kill off so many compelling looking characters, like, and we talked about it, was the dude who was the strongest one. He got cooked immediately.
Bro,
that
immediately.
girl, like the girl that, like, obviously I guess she was like a prostitute, whatever. But there was a reason why they sent her to the island. I'm like, all right, let me find out her story. She's cooked immediately, and they're still like,
you know how pissed I was when she died.
Yeah,
I was like, you just took a killer off rip.
Yeah, Riddell, one of your adult eye cuties died early, bro. Unfortunately, man, he died early with the eye patch.
I mean,
that's the kind of confidence.
The guy that was my guy was the guy. Was actually the kind of like the really good guy. The only
blind
one, the one that was kind of flirting with one of the girls.
Oh, the tiny chick.
Yeah, he was blind. He was blind.
No, the one that
That was my dog, bro. And the fact I was so surprised he got Cap, bro. I was
Cap, bro.
What? You can't get dude. I'll be like,
the blind one was my guy.
Yeah,
he got his off, and then he's like, "You broke the law." And
but
immediately.
He was dying, Riddell. He's the definition of nice guys finish last, bro.
Oh, for sure, bro. They were imagining their wedding and everything. I'm like, oh, damn, bro.
Damn.
Never
You're about to be one with that. You're about to be one with that island any second now. You are decomposing into the island as we speak, brother. It's over.
Facts, but shout out him. He had a lot of grit because he didn't know the techniques that everybody else eventually learns to fight them.
Yeah,
and he was just all heart. That's all that was, all heart right there. So
Riddell, actually, what I also do like about Hell's Paradise is the fact that it is forced the characters in the show to adapt to this island so fast, or it's raps. Like you need to learn this power. You need to learn this power system, how your element works, what you connect with, how you impact the I can't think of their names right now. You know what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah.
The flower
people. Yeah. So how they connect. So I think it's crazy. Like, and all of that shit happening in a short span of time. This is not like a long, stretched out story. Like this is all happening in maybe a
J-Rob, I bet your guy is the crazy dude that's always angry.
Of course,
that's
your guy. Yeah, that's my dog, bro. He is
a dog, 100% a dog, bro.
He's a dog, and it's why I don't understand why you and Random and Lonnie don't understand the type of characters. They all eat. Baro Shohei.
What are you saying me for?
Because you was a hate Bakugo. He eats.
I wasn't hating on Bakugo.
All these guys eat.
Hold up. Bakugo's the only one. I literally Baro was my captain from my Blue Lock squad. Don't do that to me, J-Rob. He was my captain.
All I'm saying is all my favorite characters, they all dogs. And they all eat. My dog Kid got a body. Big Mom in the dirt.
Where's he at?
The Big Mom pack.
Where's he at?
He might be dead right now. He might be dead right now. He might be on a t-shirt right now. He's
with the angel wings behind his back.
He's definitely in the air, but at least
don't forget the halo, baby.
He went down with something though.
Now, J-Rob, I'm with you. He coming back, bro. He coming back, bro.
Yeah, I think he's coming back too. I think he coming. If you don't come back, I'll be sick. If you could let Law come back off the smoke with Blackbeard, don't do my dog like that.
I think Killer dead.
No.
I think that's what's gonna move him to the next level. Killer being gone.
If Killer's gone, it definitely will move him to the next level.
Why? I guess this is just we gotta go too deep in this. Why is Baro less off-putting than a Bakugo?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Because I'm really
Well,
confused.
that's a you question.
That's a random. Yeah.
Because like I feel like if Bakugo said things that Baro said, he'd be like, "Oh, big bad bully." But Baro says them, it's like I love
Okay,
Baro.
let's okay,
I feel
fine.
like Baro
Since
says-
you want to do this, since you want to do this, okay? Since you want to do this, Ty. Okay, first things first. All right, Baro. They're playing fucking soccer. Okay, not fighting villains. They're playing soccer. They're playing soccer. Okay.
Random.
Oh my
Is bullying
god.
bullying? Yes or no,
He
right?
said they're playing.
They're playing soccer, not fighting villains, trying to save the planet.
No,
Okay.
no, I'm not letting you get away with that. You can bully. Like, first of all, bullies happen in real life. We're not superheroes, but bullying happen in real life. That's not relevant. Is he a bully?
I wouldn't say he's
I
a
don't
bully
think-
the way you.
Is Baro really a bully though, or is he just a
Is
dog?
he a bully?
I don't think.
Go
he's
ahead,
a
lie,
bully.
Ty. Lie.
Nah, Cheeto might be more of a
What did
bully
he do?
than
What did he
Baro,
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
Shido's a bully.
Cheeto is a bully.
Cheeto's a bully.
Baro is not a bully.
Honestly, I do think that Baro.
Also,
is.
hold on. Did
Now,
y'all,
Kaiser's a bully.
wait, Ty, you know what I just realized though? I gotta
There's
ask.
levels to it.
Did y'all see the blue lock skins?
No.
I didn't see him.
I'm snitching. Fury is OD. Fury,
I did.
he's
Tell
OD.
me about it.
Fury's OD, y'all. I want y'all to know they're gonna make Fury like he's gonna be the Itoshi Sai of Blue Lock. It's gonna be him. It's gonna be him. I think. In yeah, as the passers. Just because his meta vision is the reason why I like Hiyori is because Hiyori's ego is based off. He just wants to see some striker take him to the top. He don't care about your little petty side stories. He don't care about what striker could bring him to the top. There's this scene. The scene is Kaiser and Ren and Isagi. Ego. Ren about to knock the shit out of the ball. He's cooking Kaiser. Kaiser been getting cooked a lot lately, looking like real fraudulent fodder to me. He's another Saturn vibes. So he's giving me real Saturn vibes right now. Just he's here to move the story along. That boy Ren did some real cocky shit. He waited for Isagi to metavision him. And so he grabbed Isagi's head and said, I was waiting for you to come here so I could score this goal right next to you. And Hiyori,
Which I did love. I love that.
which I thought was fire. Which I don't like though by the writer. Don't have Ren grabbing my dog's head like that. That's
disrespectful, J.
Yeah, I did not like that.
Disrespectful
I did
as
not
hell.
like that. Because Isagi don't even go like that. Do not even put his head on. Don't even do that.
But Ren
Don't even
does.
do that.
He be saying he be killing. He want to
He
kill
be violent.
people,
He be violent. But then Hiyori blocked it. And he said, "This is what crazy." He said, "This enough of the make out session. If you would pretty much like if you would have just shot it from the start and instead of waiting for Isagi, that would have been a goal. Hiyori is him." He said, enough of the make out session. This shit, your ego is so predictable. He said, your ego is so predictable. He said, get out your feelings, Ren. Your shit is weak.
No.
You still number one worrying about somebody below you. Your ego's trash. Stop the make out sessions. That was, I'm telling you, watch.
You don't even
can
love the
see-
sport, J. Rob. You don't even love
Yeah.
the sport.
Yo,
I can
legitimately just playing soccer to
I
keep his
appreciate
parents
Ren's
together.
energy. I don't like that.
Hiyori might open up what Sai was talking about with Ren. If he's talking to Ren like that, he might open up what Sai was talking about.
Yo,
the entire
Hiyori
time.
is him. I'm telling you, Hiyori's definitely, he's going to be a regular. He'll be a part of that 11. He's making the team.
Santo,
sure.
there is
He's the best
lot.
midfielder.
The U20 game is getting the movie, Santo.
Well, like
in the
April
summer.
something.
So if you're gonna put Sai, you're putting Sai and Hiyori in the midfield, no doubt. Got to.
100%.
You have no choice.
As for Hell's Paradise,
I don't
I'm
know,
cool
my
with
team
the
did
8.
kind of good after
I
that.
think
That's what I'm
Hell's
hearing.
Paradise, like the first season. I think
Bunch
Hell's
of losers, right, J. Rob?
Nah, Hiyori's not no loser. I ain't gonna lie. He's Gucci.
I think Hell's Paradise first season, in my opinion, is like the best part of Hell's Paradise. Even though overall I like the entire series,
Mhm.
and I think from what I've seen, they've executed. So I'm cool with the 8. Anybody else seen it? Want to give a reading?
I'll give it a 7.
I'll give it like a.
Not
8.
mad at a 7 either.
I mean, I got Gabi Maru tatted on my arm, so I got a.
Let me see.
What? I got the whole.
Oh, that's fire.
That is fire.
Oh, that is fire.
Mm.
Yeah, that's fire. That's tough. I need more anime.
That's a tough shirt too.
I gotta get more anime tats. I
Mm.
gotta go, fellas, because I gotta watch this game for work. But the last thing I want to say too, I gotta give congratulations and tip my hat off to those who have to the animators of Solo Leveling. That 23-1 is looking good on y'all. Make sure y'all keep it up. I'm more of a 23-30 type of guy, 23 hours and 30 minutes animating, 30 minutes of freedom. But I like what I've seen so far. Keep staying that lab, because solo leveling, y'all killing the game for real. Y'all done a great job so far. I've not been disappointed at all. And I'm cool with some of the elements that y'all tried to do to introduce some characters early on.
I like that.
And it hasn't overpowered the story. It's just like, hey, I just want you to know these characters exist, but they're not elaborating on it, which I enjoy. The story still seems very much what I've read. And so great job.
I like that.
Great job so far.
J-Rod,
Right,
it's the same place that animates Sword Art Online, so I always kind of knew their animation quality is gonna be good. It's just the other stuff.
Yeah,
so
Sword Art Online was great quality too, but we really know what the flaw in that became the story, the repetitiveness of the story.
For sure.
But fellas, I'll see y'all later. I gotta go cover this game. Y'all boys be good. Chat, peace. Yo, send Miles that $100. He goes to the school of Tyler Perry.
Leaving on that is crazy.
All right. Well, let's have Hell's Paradise be an 8 then. Overall average around 8. So let's go with Ty. What series should we rate next?
Well, I mean, I think you should throw it on here because people don't want to know it. I'll put One Piece up there. And me personally, because also I think another thing we should probably figure out is like, what do these numbers mean to people? Because like 7 out of 10 means good, but some people 7 out of 10 means average.
Yeah,
I say 5 is average. I always say 5 is average.
Exactly.
Well, if we
want
to
like
use
bad, usually, I think like 7 is usually average. That's how
you see, and that's what I'm saying. 7 is good to me.
Yeah, 7 is good to me.
So 7 is like a C. Like it's like a C.
But that's what
We're not using America's grading system. It's flawed.
That's how I do it.
The point is, that's how he does it. So that's why I feel like when people rate things, people use their metric of not considering what people think.
How do we as a collective want to do it? I personally want 5 to be average. It makes it way easier.
That would make it easier.
Okay.
So I was just using what my anime list was using.
Yeah,
no, like 5 is average on my anime list too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like 5 is average on my anime.
So I would say if I'm doing by that list, I would say One Piece is an 8.5 to a 9.
The anime,
the manga. I'm ready.
We could do manga. We could do manga. No,
yeah, I haven't watched One Piece anime. I just read the manga, so I don't.
I thought it was like wait, does my anime list have manga too?
Yeah,
yep.
Yes, it does.
Oh, okay. I thought it was.
There's a lot of series that I've never watched anime before that I just read the manga for. So
yeah.
So are we doing just the manga for One Piece?
Yeah,
for me at least, I haven't watched it.
One Piece for me, like I usually don't like to give 10s until it has an ending.
Facts.
But I've given an exception to One Piece because of how unique it is. Not gonna lie, I just did. There's nothing that One Piece can do from here on out that will lower the ranking for me. That's like how I feel. Even though it's not perfect because of how long it is, considering how long and how quality and its impact, I take that into consideration a bit. I give it a 10. I think One Piece is the standard, and if you're the standard, you're a 10. That's how I think. But that's just me. 9, I'm cool with 9 too.
I'm good with giving One Piece a 9. I just can't give it a 10 until I know what the One Piece is. And like I said, Oda, if you mess up what the One Piece is, I will be in Japan. Like Godzilla is gonna look like a puppy compared to what I'm gonna do if the One Piece ends up being some trash shit. I'm just saying. No, but I feel like the stories, it's like the greatest adventure that we're probably ever gonna read. And I feel that, yeah, I get how the length bothers some people, but like, just I don't know how am I gonna say this. The pros definitely outweigh the cons when it comes to the manga. My only issue personally with the manga is that sometimes I feel like it can get cluttered. Like the panels are like there's just so much going on on a page at once, where I feel like sometimes like it kind of like it's straining on the eyes. It's like compressed. That's my only knock on the One Piece manga, because I usually don't have that issue with any other manga but One Piece. But just the overall pros of it, I guess outweighs that one con. I was gonna ask Ty, is there like a specific reason why you think that like sometimes Oda like kind of clutters the pages? Because there's like there's a lot of times where like, especially during like the Wano chapters, there's like sometimes where there's just like 10 different things happening at once in like a matter of a few pages, and it's just like so many things like on the panels.
So the only thing I can think is that he's trying to get more information across on a page. That's the only explanation that I would see, because a lot of the his planning was more spacious and more, well, I won't say more efficient, but more spacious in the earlier story. So the only thing I can think of is that his editors are like, we need to get more information across. That's the only thing I can think of.
Did anyone else feel that like Wano sometimes was like cramped when it comes to like the panels or anything?
Not really.
I mean,
The
I liked it personally.
The only chapter I can really think of off the top of my head is when Jinbei extinguished the fire. I felt like that was really cluttered. Outside of that, it didn't really feel that bad to me.
I think if you're comparing it to early One Piece, then yes, but I think in general it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Miles, what do you think?
One Piece changed my life, man. I'm giving it a 10.
Oh, we're between a rock and a hard.
Oh, I'm doing my own thing now. You said what? Wait, what happened?
Well, because me and you gave it a 10, Lonnie and Ty gave it a 9. Now we're in
I haven't
puddle, and Rana
because the only thing I can talk about is obviously the show's impact. Like it's one of the first
Chat,
one of the first things of media. Yeah,
we
so
can just say 9.5 in the middle.
Well, not on my anime list. It's either 9 or 10.
Oh shit!
Oh man!
Side note: my girl finally got to Lodge City, like Lodge Island. It's about to start. She's about to start the journey.
She's about to be
locked on fire. She gonna see Dragon look east. Tell her be ready.
Okay, still wait. Can't wait for that dragon stuff, man. We still here. For now, we'll see. Chat, if you guys want to give us a rating for 9 or 10, what should One Piece be? And then until then, we'll move on.
I mean, we get 10. It's fine.
Okay, Ty.
I'm fine with 10.
There we go. All right, let's give One Piece a 10. Shout out One Piece, man.
All right.
I think that's 4 series so far. All right, Miles. We'll go person by person now.
I'm gonna do Claymore at a 8.5.
Oh, Claymore's tough.
The manga or the anime? Because
the manga, the anime is like the anime like a 6, the manga like a 8.5.
So I'm actually with you, bro. I say Claymore is like a toned down version of Berserk. That is what I say constantly.
I think the author was inspired.
It's heavily inspired. Is it right?
They're so similar.
Yeah, I'm almost certain the author was inspired by Berserk.
I just love it. Like it's really girl power, like done perfectly. It's a mostly female cast, and I love every single one of them. Even the Rush characters near the end, which is why I'm giving it that lower of a score. Even they were done well. Female characters. When people want to write a female character, they should look at Claymore to see how they should make their character.
And they do an excellent job in like creating the villains, because the villains, there's like no like straightforward baddie, but there is a looming threat consistently throughout the series that we all know about, and they all have their own interests. They're all kind of like even battling against each other to an extent. There are so many moving pieces to the story that's going on, and all like I would say like Claymore actually has like a satisfying ending. That is what I feel about Claymore. So I'm not mad at an 8. Also, the art is
beautiful.
Fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. And shout out the secondary main character. He actually, got character development. He became a guy a little bit.
He got buff, my boy Rocky.
Yeah. Hey, I could be that guy for you. That's what he was doing. Like, I got in the lab for you. Hey, shout out, man. He did his thing. So I'm cool with the 8, man. I'm cool with the 8 for sure.
I'm all right with an 8.
Same.
Going 8.
Claymore.
Fine with it. It was one of the first manga I ever read as a kid. So like, I wanted.
You read that as a kid?
Yeah, it was one of the first. It was like probably like because like I think the first ones I read were like Rurouni Kenshin and Naruto, and then Bleach as a kid, and then Claymore.
Well, you be reading like some mature stuff. Oh, respect. Okay, next random. You go for it.
I'm gonna go a little bit off the beaten path here. This was one of those like hidden gems from a couple years ago. Have you guys ever watched Odd Taxi?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know
I
about
love
it.
yeah,
It's on my list.
Yeah, Odd Taxi is basically it's you're following a walrus who's a taxi driver, and he gets caught up in some stuff, and I thought it was great, and it also got a movie too. I'd probably put it around an 8 to a 9. It was good. It's just a really good show. It's a good time, and it's weird that you're just kind of following this walrus as he's trying to kind of figure out the course of his life. He's been a taxi driver his whole life, and he's meeting these different people, and they're having conversations. And maybe I like it a little bit more because it's not like human people. If that doesn't make any sense, you're just watching.
You
It doesn't
like
matter
it more 'cause it's
they're
not human
animals.
people?
I'm
I
confused.
just enjoy it. I
I'm
just
trying to make
enjoy
sure
the
like an edible I ate didn't hit or something. Did you say a walrus driving a taxi?
that's what it
Yeah.
is. It's a walrus. He's a taxi driver, and he just picking people up. Go watch it. I bet money you'll like it.
Lonnie, he literally just picks them up and they just tell him about like different stories and crazy stuff going around in the city.
Miles, the llama that knows was it Taekwondo, and and ends up low-key saving his life. It's just a really good show. It's an interesting premise. It's a really good show. It's one of those it was just kind of caught up because it was never people gonna look at it and think it's like anime, but it's a lot more than that. Because like Lonnie's saying, oh, it's an edible thing. Like, but if you watch it, like it's a really good show. So I'm putting it as like
definitely on my list.
I don't know why that reminded me like BoJack Horseman.
I didn't like that show. That's just me.
Yeah, me neither. I couldn't get into it, but I'm cool. You know, if you say an 8, I'm cool. Miles's cat is bugging, so you know we good. We good with that. I'm gonna go easy route. Attack on Titan to 10. Let's lock in, bro. Come on now. Attack on Titan is a 10 out of 10.
I want to say 9 just to piss you off, but like I agree.
Stop that. Don't do that.
Them intrusive thoughts, Lonnie.
All right, let's.
All right.
Can we say 9 just because it took so long for all the damn
No,
movies?
we don't tax me.
I read the manga, so I don't know.
Are we doing the manga or the anime?
I'll give them both a 10. I don't care, man. Straight up, we here, bro. Both 10s. Even though I have issues with some of the animation in Attack on Titan, but still, both 10s. I'm saying
That's fine.
Attack on Titan. But you just do the manga. Attack on Titan manga. I would go 10. What do y'all think?
We can do 10 for both. I don't care.
I'll give it a 10.
Yeah, because people are gonna look at the list and be like, oh, there's a manga list and an anime list, so we'll be fine.
Okay, bet. We here. Series. Ty did One Piece. Tax did Claymore. So I think we did 6 series so far.
Yeah,
Well,
Lonnie's
Lonnie's
the only
next.
one who hasn't done one yet.
Yeah, Lonnie's next.
Classroom of the Elite. Rank 5 is average.
Oh yeah, I think Lonnie is on the same wavelength, bro.
I want to give it like at least a 7, 8.
I want to wait for season 3 to finish so I can binge it because I'm tired of waiting every week because I'm gonna have too many questions.
If you like MCs that like know how to manipulate people and like are really like cerebral MCs, Classroom of the Elite got one of them ones. He's on a different wavelength. He is
the MC's like Riddell's favorite should be like Riddell's favorite character.
He really low key.
I like him. I like him.
To say, did you finish season 2?
I watched the entirety of season 1. My issue, I did like stop watching season 2 because I was like, bro, all these side characters are kind of cringe. To be honest, he's carrying.
I thought the same way.
Backpack on this show is like him and everybody else. Like
no, but when you learn more about his mentality towards the end of season 2 than like the very last episode of season 2, random when he said, "Why would I be worried? There's only 4 of you."
I was like, oh no, bro! Beat the black dude pulls up first. No, diffed him, beat the shit out of him. Said that he said, "Come on, bring your friend too." And then karate chops the girl in the neck, and then just takes his time with the boss. Takes his time with him, and the whole time let the girl that he let love him, let her get waterboarded, and he was just taking his sweet time pulling up. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna pull up right like 7:15. She gonna be fine. Don't worry about it.
No, but the fact that he was able to like, because it's so beautiful. He's just like, hey, I'm gonna let this person get traumatized just so that they'll depend on me more later, and they'll just be an even more easier pawn to have in my pocket. Yeah, I'm gonna let them love me just so I can make them. I'm gonna be their savior just so there can be I can have like an extra piece on the table. Like the way that he's just manipulating people and manipulating everybody. Like he knows exactly what's gonna happen before it happens at all times. Like he probably already has a plan for his dad. He probably has a plan. He probably already knows exactly how to get to Class A because I think he said that. Oh, he wants Class D to pass Class C and then fall back to Class D. Why? We don't know because the whole goal is to get to Class A. But he wants
the only girl I think he's gonna take with him is that first girl. That his seatmate. That's because her brother is like the student council president.
Black-haired girl.
Yeah, that's the only girl I think because he recognizes her potential. So he's trying to fix her, and then they're gonna go up together. I think
the only one I like is the pink-haired girl. I'll be honest.
But he's still using her too. Like he's just
using everybody.
Like I was shook at the end of season 1 when he's like, "Oh, you was my pawn the whole time." I was like, "The whole time." I had to rewatch. I was like, "Bro, the signs were always there.
There's no connection.
Signs were always there."
It's not that he doesn't even have no feelings. It's that he's like self-aware of it too. He's like, I wish I was like not dumb enough. He's like, I wish I could care. I wish it was logical enough for me to actually care about somebody. But like these people are so beneath me in terms of like their cerebral level. There's no point in me having attachments to them. And so I'm just going to use them as pawns until like they can force me to have some type of human connection with them. Because like low-key, like it sounds sad, but at the same time, it's like, yo, I'm so much above these people that they're not worth my time. Like no one's worth my time. And till they can like prove me otherwise, everybody's a pawn. Everyone's
I would have to see season 2. From what I've got from season 1, it just seems like he has a goal and nothing's going to stop him from achieving the goal. But I would have to see season 2 a little bit more because I've seen a little bit. For me, I would give it a 7 personally for Cosmo Elite because the main character carries, like hard carries the show by like it's not even. I'm not a fan of a lot of the side characters.
At the end of season 2, like they finally show like his like next rival or challenge because like this girl knows exactly who he is and where he comes from, and she's like, "Oh, you're from."
I bet I know what girl it is too.
It's the girl with the cane, right? That she has a limp.
Yeah, she's probably. Like, "Oh, you're from like the White Room." Like, yeah, I hate.
She's trying to prove that she can beat him because he's the greatest product of the White Room that they've ever created. So she's trying to prove that she's superior to him, and baby, you're not. You can't even walk upstairs correctly. You're not going. You're about to get no gift.
Random, what do you give it?
I would give it an 8. I do think season 2 does.
8.
Yeah, season 2 does hurt it because I do think they do spend a little bit too much time with the side characters. But what's the girl the one that she's yandere? She flips. She's like in front of everybody. She's like this sweet girl.
She's annoying as hell. I'll be honest. I do not
like. I want to see. I want to see. I want to like her, right?
But I can't. Was a little bit more interesting though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to like her.
There's just some things, but it's also one of those like I need to watch it a second time to make sure I'm understanding what's going on. And this is the anime, right?
Yeah,
Lonnie.
Yeah, I don't read the manga. Did anyone else see Miles or Ty? Did you guys ever watch Classroom of the Elite?
I watched season 1. I got it at a 7.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
I've not seen it. I just heard about it. Like I heard it's okay. That's what I heard. I don't know.
I'm not mad at that too because if I didn't like the main character, I probably wouldn't like the series. I'll be honest. Okay, we've done 8. All right, let's speed run the next 7, so we have 15 total. Balani, name another one for you.
Another one. Give me the new Rurouni Kenshin, and give that. You can give that a 7. It's a lot better than the original anime adaptation, which was super corny. And I'm impressed with what they've done with the new one so far.
I'm cool with the 7. Anybody else different?
We still do not support the mangaka and everything that he stands for. That he should rot in hell forever. But
Facts.
Rurouni Kenshin is.
I
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Hitman Reborn. One of my favorite, like, it's just one of those anime that I enjoy. Like every time I watch it, I think as Vongula Family is one of the greatest groups in shonen and anime history. To be honest, Suna has one of the best badass switches that exist in anime. Bro, when he turns it on, it's like straight different character, and it don't matter. He's just that guy at that moment. And I also really like the designs, the clothing, the
The drip is
swag.
crazy.
The drip
Yeah,
is crazy.
it's crazy.
It's still ongoing.
You say what, Ty?
Isn't it still ongoing?
No, Hitman Reborn's done.
Manga done.
I thought there was. I thought I heard something about them coming out something new.
I don't know.
I'm hyped if they did.
That's why I know that the original anime and manga ended, but I heard that there was coming out with something else.
If they did, then we should just get Suna becoming the boss, because I did not like the ending, bro. I'll be honest. I was like, I don't think it's bad, but like, we don't get to see boss Suna. Like, come on, bro. That's like,
I remember reading it like years and years ago. The video games were fired. Like I like the video games, especially on the PSP. The PSP that game was elite.
Oh, it has so much good potential for video games.
Yeah,
the power system and how they fight. Yeah, for sure. Also, I give it an 8, by the way.
The only thing is, like, I feel like the beginning is like a little bit clunky, if that makes sense. The beginning of the story. I just didn't like the way the beginning of the story, like it took a little bit long for like me to like really get invested in Hitman Reborn. Like I kind of like to push through in the beginning. That's like my only main critique of it.
It was, yeah, I agree. It was weird because it felt like for the first 21 episodes, it was almost like a slice of life. And then I guess when they what was his name, Mukuro, when they were at the other school or whatever, that was when it felt like an actual like shonen anime.
Yeah, it was like I was waiting for the longest for something to like actually just happen.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, like the first part, I've dropped it. No, at first when I didn't know anything about it, I was like, bro, what? This is so weird. This is so kind of cringe. And then the moment the Mukuro arc starts, like it just it just cooks.
That arc after is peak with the son of the ninth or whatever.
Yeah, forget
the Varia. I think his group
Varia arc.
That
Bro,
arc
the battles they had, bro. Come on, man. Hey, and Suna put Zonzis in a shirt, bro. And I straight up put him on a shirt, like
in the ice box.
Straight up. Oh, and then you got the Lambo moment. Come on, bro. That Lambo moment's so peak, bro. I don't lie. So yeah, I'm gonna go Hitman Reborn at an 8. What do y'all have?
I'll give it an 8.
I give it a 7.
Yeah, I kind of feel 7.
I haven't seen it. I have not read it. So, but looks like everybody, the majority was 7.
It was 2 8s, 2 7s. I'm fine with 7. That's fine. I'm not pressed.
Just a new anime adaptation. Maybe like the pacing's different, or maybe they change some things up. So maybe it'll be even better. So,
random.
You know what? Nah, screw it. Mushoku Tensei. always gonna blow, because I understand. Obviously, Riddell fought through that second episode, right? And I if I was not there, he was done. He was absolutely done.
I was straight gonna drop the anime, bro. I straight was gonna drop the anime, bro. I was never gonna watch it again. If Random wasn't next to me, I was never going to watch this anime ever again, bro.
Why?
Was the second episode?
Time, bro.
It's just because of the perv situations that happen in it.
Wait, hold on a
no.
second.
It's beyond perv. It's beyond perv at that point, bro. Like,
it's
what?
there's some,
It's not that bad.
It's like Game of Thrones type stuff.
I will.
If you like Game of Thrones,
right
but hate Mushoku Tensei,
right now.
you capping, bro.
Is it possible we could do this again? Because I want to watch this stuff. I'll see what the people are about.
All right, bet.
Have time to watch the first
watch. I want to see if it's that all right. I'm putting my stocks to you right now.
I mean, I've still finished the first 2 episodes, but it depends on your tolerance. Because when I see stuff like that, I'm like, bro, what the am I watching, bro? And
that first episode lulls you to sleep, doesn't it, Miles? And then that second episode was like, Boom, what's
Oh
up?
yeah.
No, we gotta
I
get
like
Ty
it,
to
though.
react. We gotta get Ty to react to it live, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think it's
And
anything.
I'll pull up.
I don't
I'll
think it's
pull up
anything
again.
tied. If you've seen Game of Thrones or things like that, like I don't think it's anything like super worse than that. It's just anime.
that's not
Is this
like
anime? Oh man.
it's just anime. Oh, also, what didn't help the situation is that someone commented on one of our videos with Machoko Tensei, and they told us some context about the main character and his past, and it's terrible. It's actually bad. Like, so that really just put
I
things in a
like
terrible.
it's a bad
No,
situation.
he's a bad person. Like,
I
it's
told you,
it's
Lonnie, we
bad,
told
bro.
him you're not supposed to like Rudy
You're
at the
not. You're
beginning.
Oh
not.
no,
meant
no,
to
no,
like
no,
the
no, no.
main
You're
character
really
at
not
all.
supposed to like him at all.
What?
I'll say I'll be
Oh.
right back. I'll be right back.
I don't mind him though. I'm really not supposed to not like him.
Did you see the? You got to see the comment though. Did you see the
All right.
comment?
No, I haven't. I'm on like episode 15, and I'm really enjoying it.
So I
No,
could just.
so
I could just
apparently-
tell Miles.
That shit heat, ain't it, Miles?
So
That shit
apparently
heat
It's
now.
good. It's good.
No,
Heat.
I'm not mad at it because I even told Random like I can see why people like this,
Yeah.
but when it comes down to the situation, the context, you don't know that in the anime. The only reason why I know that is because the guy commented from the fact that he read the light novels, and that's why Random knows it too.
Mhm.
And you get the context of something that happens at the beginning of episode 2. You know the scene where he's in his room and he's kind of you know what I'm saying?
He walks out and sees what you call it.
No, he's the
in his room, back in
he's
his
in
old
his
life.
room, and then
'Cause
people
remember, he
just
does.
walk
His
in his
parents are
room
dead. His parents are
and
dead. He
get
doesn't go to the
pissed.
funeral.
You remember that?
yeah.
His siblings pull up to his room,
The
and you find out
guy
what he's doing.
the guy
Oh,
commented.
Yes.
The
Yeah,
guy
yeah, yeah.
commented in our video, told us exactly what he was doing, and it's terrible.
Is it not obvious what he was doing?
Oh,
I-
no.
I-
Context.
I
Oh,
wanted to wait.
no.
Miles,
No,
I'll
it's
tell you,
terrible.
We'll tell you after
It's
the show.
terrible.
We'll tell you after the show.
Yeah, we'll tell you after the show. It's
All right.
terrible.
Yeah. But
It-
but
bro,
it was
Miles, you're
one of
gonna be
those
like-
things where I wanted Riddell to finish both episodes, and I was like, I'll answer any question you got. But obviously, Riddell read the comment, and boom, it was on.
I
after
didn't. Yeah. To be fair, if I didn't read that comment, I wouldn't be like as like bro. This guy's nah. But
It's just that once you get the full, like, I'm not excusing his behavior, and Miles, you will get to it eventually too. Once you get glimpses of why he's the way he is at the end of his first life, right? And I'm not saying you will just understand it. It will never excuse it, but you'll understand why he's that way. Especially, God, Miles, when you get to the second season, you see what one of his siblings tries to do to help him.
Yeah.
Like you'll definitely be like, damn, bro. And he's very relatable. Obviously, not with the heinous thing that he does, but how he is and how he can't move on from that.
Yeah, Sauce. It's like
Especially-
only in the light novel you didn't miss anything. It's like I think it's exclusively like in the light novel.
it's
which
in the
is
light
smart
novel.
because you don't want to reveal that on the anime. I'll be honest. I
Yeah,
don't
you
lie.
don't. You don't.
I
I don't excuse.
Bad. Oh my god.
Oh, it's really bad.
No, it's really bad. I don't excuse anything that he did. Like
You
mine-
do not.
with the main character, like me personally, because like I said, like the stuff in the light novel and all that other stuff, I don't excuse at all. I view it like this: people that are like in those low situations, that like not just people that are bullied, but people that are like at the lowest of the low do the lowest of the low things. So it's not like an excuse; it's like understanding, like, oh, he's at like the lowest point that he could possibly be at, so he's doing actions that the lowest level of people do. So like that, it's just like understanding, like, oh, he became scum, or he felt like scum, so he became scum.
Mhm,
He felt like trash, so he became trash,
mhm.
and he did trash acts. So it's like understanding that is different than like condoning it, because like
Okay.
I'm not condoning your trash actions. You are like, embracing the fact that you're trash and you're doing trash things.
Especially when you're looking at Japan.
because there's so many routes you can take. It's just the weakest of mindsets put you in that situation. I'll be honest.
I agree.
It is one of those things also where I'm not going to speak about Japan, how they handle mental health, but in the show, his parent, like after what happens to him, that's traumatic to anybody, right? And him legitimately just trying to do the right thing, and the worst thing happens to him. It's his parents don't know how to help him, right? Just his dad saying, "You'll get over it." Like, no, he won't. Because if that happened to his dad, he wouldn't. That's what his dad straight up tells him. You'll get over it. And his mom's like, let's get you out of your room. It's like nobody really knows how to help him either. So it's just
That was
one of those.
what he does, but he had no.
Yeah, he never had a chance.
He didn't have a chance to get
He
out
didn't
of
have a
that trash
chance,
situation, out of that trash mindset.
especially when God, you see it in the second
Miles,
episode.
we'll tell you after this show. But let's not get too deep in the weeds. Random,
But
what is your rating?
in my opinion, I'm giving it a 9. It will be 10 territory after the second part. I'm waiting because Miles, when I'm telling you, the second turning point's coming.
Well, he's still in the first season, right?
Yeah.
But he's already seen the first turning point. So
right now they're trying to he just got the demon eye, and now they're trying to find a final method to they're trying to, I guess, barter with some smugglers or whatever.
Yeah, they're trying to get across the continent. So
to get across the ocean.
They're trying to get across the ocean to the actual continent where they're from.
And his mentor is actually in the same city as them conveniently.
They're
just moving around each other.
They barely miss each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. The tough part is Mushoku definitely is like, there's some, like, and I said this to Riddell, there are a few things, and there are a few things where I'm like, you don't need to do that. But for the majority of the time, Mushoku Tensei does nothing without purpose. Like when he meets the elf adventurer who used to be adventuring with her dad, and there's a complete reason why she's that way. Yeah. And I don't want to spoil it for you because you don't know yet, but there's a complete reason why she's that way.
Can I ask a question?
What's up?
You can rip the Band-Aid off. What that boy do?
We'll tell you.
We'll save it. We'll save it after the show.
We'll tell you offline. We'll tell you offline.
Yeah, it's more off the show talk. It's more off the show talk.
That's what it's bad.
But whatchamacallit?
I'm fine with giving it a 9. I read ahead of like some of the Labyrinth arc, and that shit's gonna go insane.
It's gonna be like, and the thing is, part 2 is gonna lull you again because they do this. They definitely take their time with the slow parts where like, yo, this is a slice of life. The first 7 episodes, Miles, are slice of life. It's a slice of life. And then all of a sudden, turning point hits, and it's an isekai. It's a fantasy story. And then you're gonna get through it, and then at the end of Miles, I don't know if you're ready for the end of episode season 1, but then you're gonna get the first 4
episodes. You can't get ready for it. You can't.
The new season, and then it's gonna be a slice of life again, and it's lulling you again before turning point 2. And you think what happens after turning point 1 is crazy. You're not ready for turning point 2.
How many
every time
you have to do?
Ty, every time you see the words turning point in Mushoku Tensei, the story radically changes.
Set me up on Discord later.
I actually have a theory. Well, me and my friends have a theory about sometimes people can accept the main character being a bad guy if the reason is justified. Well, I don't know what this boy do, son. You know what I'm saying? But
I will explain to you. Like I'll explain to you, obviously, Miles and everybody. I'll explain to you best of my ability, Lonnie there too, because I've read the web novel, which is Jesus Christ. Thank God he got an editor. I'll say that right now. And then the light novel is crazy, and then the anime is in my opinion, is very good. But I ain't
gonna lie. I want to run through this. I want to hear it.
Okay,
but it's also
Mushoku Tensei is a 9. I think we'll give it 9. That's fine. All right. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 series. Miles, what's your next one?
I'll do the best Beyblade Metal Masters at an 8.
I'll be honest, I haven't seen it. This is the new territory for me now.
Jenga clears Tyson, man. You got to get in tune.
I literally named my MC Tyson because of Beyblade.
For real?
I always thought that was like a cool name.
All right. Anybody disagree? Any reason you want to give real quick, Miles?
So in total, I just feel like a lot of the characters come full circle from the first season. There was a very prominent character named Ryuga, and he was the main antagonist of the first season. And he has a journey basically with darkness, and he comes out as like how he says it is, I alone battled the darkness back, and that's how I was able to achieve like my full strength. I like Ryuga. That's why I'm having it so high.
Beyblade really had us fucking wild and over spinning tops.
But they gave them cool spirits and avatars and everything.
I was locked in. I still have the Beyblade PlayStation 2 game where you create your own character and you craft your own Beyblade. I still have that. I was locked in,
Bro, they did the same thing with like little balls that turn into like little little monsters. Bakugan, like
What a
bro,
Baku. Oh my
Yo,
god.
Bakugan went crazy. Bakugan went crazy.
Japan was just like, bro, y'all gonna get anything? We better just make you hooked on all these weird games. Like,
I had the blue Beyblade plastic arena. I had like 5 of them things, man. I was locked into Beyblade for real. Oh my
Also,
god.
the Bakugan video game, fire.
Woo.
On the PS2, that was cooking.
They was legitimately just feeding us some dumb shit. They said y'all gonna like it anyway.
facts, 100% did. Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, Bakugan, Beyblade, it don't matter, bro.
Oh, Master Duel, like
Heat.
Shit.
All right, Ty, what's your next one?
Full Metal 10.
Oh, we forgot about.
I
Fullmetal.
agree.
I agree.
Yeah,
That's easy.
Yeah, it's easy. Easy work.
But that one.
That's an easy 10. Yeah, for sure.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we got 2 more series to do. Who wants the?
I'll do it. Sword Art Online 5.
Damn.
Yeah,
Don't even put it on the list, bro. Don't even put it on the list.
No, we got people need to know.
I'm very fond of Sword Art Online being with 5.
Facts.
But my
Sword
favorite
Art
part of Sword Art Online is when him and I forget her name. It's like Asuna or something like that. I don't remember her name.
Asuna.
When they were living in their little cabin together, I was like, "Oh, this is so cute." At the out of that, I was like, "I'm not interested."
All right, so
all of a sudden, right after that, Ty, they had a kid.
Yeah, I was like, this. I was like, I'm here for this. Like, this is fire.
oh yeah, it was endearing. But okay, I want to put something on the list. And I want to give it a straight. How harsh do I want to be? I'm gonna give it a 3 because I just hate some of the stuff they do in this anime. Heavenly Delusion pisses me off, bro. That anime pisses me off, bro.
You being nice, Riddell. Nah, give that shit a 1. Give that shit a 1. Because I suffered through that. He stopped. He stopped, and I pushed through because I hate myself. I pushed through.
Yo,
that was like some self.
He stopped, but I hate myself is crazy.
Yo, I'm a sadist, masculine, whatever. Apparently, because I pushed through that bullshit. I pushed into that bullshit thinking that there's gonna be some type of actual good ending. Nah, that was straight garbage. I want my time back. There was no point for half of the weird shit that happened. There was no point for a lot of the stuff, a lot of the good stuff. If you took out all the unnecessary, weird, pervy bullshit and you just left the good stuff, I would give it an 8 or a 9. I would, if you take all that, it was one of the best animes of last year. It was one of the best. But when you add in that bullshit, especially, I'm sorry, there's no reason except the mangaka and animators being legit virgin pervs as to why when the dude somehow transferred into his sister's body while he was flicking the bean. There was no context. There was no reason why
he was flicking the bean because he looks at his sister in the face. He's looking at himself as his sister.
Right after he wakes up from like a surgery and then he just starts flicking the bean and his sister. There's no reason for that. And it's like, and it happens for a good like 10, 15 seconds. Why is that still on my screen? Why?
Bro, no, Miles. It's as bad as it sounds. Like
it's as bad
he
as
has a crush on his sister, gets transferred into his sister's body, looks at himself in the mirror as his sister, and is attracted to himself.
So he knows it's his sister though?
Yes.
He knows he's
that's weird. That's weird.
Like,
weird.
That's that anime bullshit for real. Like, that's that anime bullshit, bro.
Now you see that I couldn't watch.
Yeah,
that's the anime bullshit, bro.
Miles,
that's what I thought Mashoko Sensei was gonna be like.
Surgery. So like he has like he's like so think about waking up from like heavy surgery. Your body's all fucked up. You're bandaged all over, and the first thing you do as soon as you wake up and start flicking the bean. That makes no sense. That makes no sense.
We good.
That's crazy.
And low key, that's only like that's barely like in the top 3 of the weirdest things that happened. I was like, yo, they were just wilding for no reason.
They're just
none of the weird. I can excuse weird things if there's good context in the story behind it. None of the weird things that happen later on have good context behind it. It just doesn't.
He just had the mangaka had a weird fantasy. He's like, oh, let me make an anime about it. I'm like,
it was not weirder than Fire Punch. That stuff with the dog, the stuff in the very first chapter.
Dog? Wait, what?
Don't ever,
All right, bro. I'm never
Fire
gonna see
Punch
Fire
is
Punch.
wild.
I'm all right.
Fire Punch is the
I'm
wildest
good.
thing.
That is that anime bullshit right
No,
there, bro.
and
We
I
need that
love,
on a shirt. That anime bullshit,
and I
bro.
love
That is
I
that
love the
anime
mangaka.
bullshit.
I
I'm
love
working
the
on.
mangaka of
Let me write
Chainsaw
this.
Man.
Let me
I
write
love him
this
to death.
down.
He is a genius.
Let me write
But
this
for what he
down.
did in Fire Punch, he should be arrested, incarcerated, and he needs to be investigated because there's no reason. And if you don't believe, if you've never read Fire Punch, chat, and you really want, and you think I'm capping, just read the first chapter. That's all I gotta say. Read the first chapter of Fire Punch. If you don't think that he's on some different type of wild timing and he needs to be looked into, you need to be investigated. Fire Punch is a different type of crazy.
I've
Bro,
heard.
I hate when
saw
they do
the
that.
No
visuals
one
of
is
this.
safe in any chapter. Riddell, have you read Fire Punch at all?
No,
No, because it's all anybody can anything that's alive can get raped, killed, or incest. Like
Yeah, we
anything,
good, bro. We
anything.
good.
Bro, I
good.
hate series that just
Miles,
be,
I got you on this one. We
they
good,
be
bro.
going too far. But real quick,
We good.
shout out Hydro with the $10 super chat. Have any of y'all read Go Go Loser Ranger? If so, what are y'all thoughts? WBSS like the stream. I've heard a lot of good things.
I saw the
heard
visual.
interesting things.
I saw the visual. Isn't it like Power Rangers, but they're bad people?
Yeah, it's like that, and I think like
I think it's from. Well, is it like that, or is it from the henchman perspective?
so
right?
no, so it's
Like,
a
go
little bit
ahead.
of both. So it's like I think like initially they did like they were like doing their job, and then eventually they like enslaved the henchmen, and like they forced the henchmen to like to do the work so like they can keep on saving the day type shit. So like they're like not real heroes. They're low key the villains. And yeah, it's like the Power Rangers, but the boys. And I think one of them is like in love with like their leader and stuff like that, but no one else knows about it. There's like a lot of stuff going on like that.
By the way, don't ever read the actual comic, The Boys. Just watch the show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The Boys comic is crazy.
That motherfucker was wildin'. But also that guy, the guy who wrote that story, legitimately hates superheroes. So he goes
Crazy bad or crazy
He
good?
hates super.
crazy bad.
I don't think
Bad.
it's not only this wild thing happened. I don't think that guy's really that good of a writer. I think he had a cool concept, but his writing is just.
Well, he's also come out and said he hates superhero, like he just hates superhero movies and that kind of genre. So I'm like, why are you writing it then if you hate it?
I mean, that's why he made it like crack. That's probably why.
Like any and especially anybody who's like the superhero kind of guy, like the goody two shoes, whatever. He goes out of his way, like when they're by themselves, they're like the worst fucking people.
Yeah, he definitely. They definitely took his really cool concept and made it actually well written. I'll tell you that.
But they also do like a lot of weird. They definitely went away like in the show because I think like Black Mirror is like a clone of Highlander in the comics, and he's the one.
He's like even
Bro,
crazier than Homelander.
Low key, I feel like they still might do the Black Noir. Like,
no, I don't think they can.
No. What I mean, so I have no evidence of this, but I'm just like thinking, like, okay, what do they plan to do for like season 3? And Black Noir's back in season 3, right? We all know this. Like, Black Noir is back in season 3, so I can see them actually doing the clone stuff now because now he's back. Because we know
at the same time, like that clone was the one that like slept with dudes.
Oh no, this will be a different story, but they still do the clone stuff because Black Noir is back now. I could see that. Honestly,
I could see that because Highlander be wilding and they need to replace Highlander.
Makes sense because in the comics they made it.
I think. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. They made him to stop Homelander, but this Noir is grounded with Soldier Boy. So like that's before Homelander was a thing.
No, it will be a completely different narrative because I'm thinking like there's only 2 ways this really makes sense. I mean, this
unless he was the first Homelander, I guess. But...
I think I don't know why they would keep Black Noir in the first place because like okay, he's dead, just pick a new character, but they decided to keep the hero for some reason. So they're like obviously like a reason why But
remember, it's also a business. You know, Voight is still a business. By the end of the thing, like,
but they replace heroes all the time. They've replaced like 3 of them.
They've always done that.
Yeah. Maybe for some reason maybe there's a business reason that they can explain. I don't know, but I enjoy the guy who plays Homelander. I really like his depiction of the character. Like you get that man baby feel straight off of him, and like
that dude is
he's a great actor.
him and Edgar are the two best characters in the show.
Edgar,
Yeah.
Edgar again.
He's the guy with the black guy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Those
So
characters are
he's the
fantastic.
guy from the comic. He captures that guy because that guy is the leader, the CEO of Voight, and that's talk down that he does to Homelander. When that Homelander could wipe him off the face of the map right now, but he just straight talks him straight down. It's like you ain't.
Oh,
shit.
you
know
gotta
what
have
the
that
fuck
confidence when you're dealing with the.
And
someone like
Homelander
that.
just gets punked. He gets punked by this dude. When Homelander, we was watching what remember when he killed that one CEO and his family because they said like a bad word about him and he flew to his plane and shot it down.
Killed his kid and everything. Yeah, that was wild.
Everything. And I'm like, and Homelander just backed down like that. I was like, oh my god, that's perfect. And they got the right guy for it. The right
for
actor.
sure. He's amazing.
Mhm.
We're not gonna do a gauntlet. We'll wrap it up with the reactions. Random, can you pull it up? We'll try it again to see if you could do it because Discord's not opening for me. So we'll react to a few
I
clips.
forgot to post some.
We still got plenty.
Okay.
What's
Yeah, we got plenty.
put on the, if you can, if it works for you, put on the Marvel one first because we gotta talk
Okay.
about that bullshit, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, the only
Speaking
thing
of
I said was
Marvel-
like, what the fuck? When you
speaking of-
shared that, Riddell.
Speaking of Marvel, apparently the new Spider-Woman movie or whatever, apparently it's one of the worst
Madam Web,
superhero
the new
movies
one.
ever.
We
Yeah,
good.
the Madam Web. Apparently, it's like ass. Like it's like
Oh
not
my
just.
God.
The story,
Doesn't even, I'll be honest, it doesn't look good.
apparently, the
I'll be honest,
acting is
I'm watching
apparently the
trailers,
acting is beyond terrible. Like I think I saw a video where they like the camera looks like it was made like with a TikTok, like how they just randomly zoom in on
damn.
people. Like the
Damn.
lines are terrible. Like it's just terrible across the board. Apparently,
Did you
So-
hear so I watched this video. Apparently, there's like a theory out there that Sony kind of tricks actors thinking that they're about to come to the MCU, but they're just joining a like connected Sony Marvel verse. But it's not the MCU, it's a Sony film like Madam Web and like Morbius. They make them think it's MCU, but it's not really MCU. And then
That's
the actors
That's
just
on
go-
them and their agents then.
Oh, for sure. But that's some sneaky stuff right
Dakota
there.
Johnson's like one of the biggest actresses on the planet. Like, so if her agent fall for that, that's on her.
All right.
Understood.
I'm sharing my screen because I can't on the Windows. I can't share the sound on the Windows. So I'm sharing my
Hydro
screen.
Sydney Sweeney is the fifth baby mama twice removed.
You're showing the yeah. Oh yeah, that's the reason why. Oh, random. We figured it out in terms of reactions. Yeah, you have to share like the tab or the screen. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. Put on the Marvel one, bro. First. Oh,
Man, they really wasted Sydney.
scroll
Sweeney's-
down to the pin. Scroll down the pin. It should be one of them.
I'm scrolling down. It's not doing.
Is that hot take reactions? That's hot take debates. Random. Lock in, my boy.
Oh, I apologize.
Scroll up. Scroll up. Black Sensei Society.
Yeah, I'm in Black Sensei Society. Oh, there it is. I'm tripping. I apologize. Yeah, Lonnie shared a couple, but let's find the Marvel one first.
Very steeped in the comics.
I didn't read the
Full
comics.
screen it. Full screen
I
it.
wasn't familiar with comics. I wasn't familiar with movies.
Start over.
We didn't lean into
Okay.
a whole lot of history in the comic. Reading the comic.
I'm very steeped in the comics.
I didn't read the comics or do any research.
I wasn't familiar with comics. I wasn't familiar with movies.
We didn't lean into a whole lot of history in the comic books.
Yeah, candidly, we were not enormous comic fans.
I wasn't super into superhero comics when I was a kid. I read a lot of like indie press stuff.
First thing I was told is don't read the comics.
Really?
As a creator, they put you in a bubble. They don't let you talk about any of the other projects, right?
You know, they're up for anything.
Yeah, can you lower it a little bit?
To redefine it for the series and thought that it worked better for the story that we're trying to tell.
Is this the reason why
You
that
can pause
ended
it.
up being a little
You can pause
shaky?
it.
That doesn't make any sense whatsoever for you to.
You might need to lower your mic a little bit. Random.
Okay. That. All right. Am I good now or what?
No, you're good. You're good. Just when you're watching the video, just turn down the volume a little bit, but you're good.
Yeah,
That
Oh,
doesn't
actually,
make
we can
any
turn down
sense
the
at
volume
all.
here, but you're fine. No, you're fine.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all. All of those movies, except for maybe Shang-Chi, was the best one out of all of them. And those guys, they say they didn't lead heavily, which means they lead some. How do you take a project and you don't know anything about it?
Not reading the comments at all is crazy. I'll be honest. Not
problem
reading
with-
anything regarding the material is crazy to me.
My biggest problem with media nowadays, and it's heavily in Marvel, but it's like we've seen it with like The Witcher and like other things like that, is that people just be also how we're seeing it we're going to see it with Avatar. People want to just remix stuff instead of respect the original content. Like all those directors of the Marvel movies saying like, "Oh, we didn't read the comics. We don't know the source material. We just basically got cliff notes of what this is about, and like we're just gonna make it from scratch." No, that's how you ruin stories. Like I'm sure if Ty got like a movie deal, but he wasn't involved, and they're just like, "Oh, it's about a black kid from Memphis, and they got powers," and then that's basically that they just contextualize your story like that, Ty, and they just made a movie like that, and you just walk and you're at the premiere, you're like, "Yo, what the hell is this?"
Yeah, and it would be one thing if like, okay, we're kind of doing our own thing, and the current phase has just been really successful. No, it's been terrible. It's not. It hasn't been good. There's for certain gems. Love Loki, and those writers in Loki paid a lot of attention to what they were doing. Like they deserve so much credit
They
in terms of
respected the
Loki.
source material.
But then we got other material that is just not highly praised. Like the Marvels wasn't very good. She-Hulk wasn't good at all. And it's like this phase is not
She-Hulk
doing
was a
well.
travesty.
The minute
she started twerking with Meg Thee Stallion, I was like,
that I was fine with because it's Megan Thee Stallion. I was fine with.
Nah, do that shit in a YouTube video, not on the fucking show.
Ty, you're muted.
Ty, you're muted.
I think it could be a thing where they think that because it's this, the audience are gonna like it regardless. That might be what it is looking like. Hey, people like these characters, so let's just do a movie with them and get it out there.
And the crazy thing about that
money grab is what you're saying. It's like just a money grab.
You know what? I wouldn't have been, because I don't think there's anything wrong with money grabs because everything is a money grab essentially. But I only started thinking about that when I heard that first Avatar movie that was horrible.
Yeah.
They should not let us watch anime after that.
The director admitted, yeah, I didn't consume Avatar. My kids did, they loved it, so I wanted to make a movie about it. So that's just suggesting people like this, so let's make a movie. And they'll like it because it is these characters.
Yeah. Miles, go ahead.
I'm interested just to see how long Marvel's been doing that, because I don't know if I fully agree with the idea that just because they watched it, it has to be bad, or consume the material has to be bad. I think it'll make it easier for you to produce something great. But if they didn't execute these films bad, I don't think we would care that they haven't seen it. I just think because they executed it bad, that's why we're so alarmed by it.
Well, Miles, I agree with you.
I think in that video, I said like what they were a part of. Like I think one of them was
I agree with you though about that, Miles. But look, for instance, the Thor movies. Thor only has one good movie. Let's keep it a stack. The third movie. Yeah, the first one's mid because it's the first one, but if you really go back and look at it, I think it's below average. The second one is probably the worst movie out of the early slate. So, those people, you could tell that they did read the source material, but they just didn't adapt it the right way. So obviously but if I'm going to adapt anything, I'm not saying you got to do it one for one, right? Because everybody's going to add their own spin to it, but to not do. If I'm going to talk about Ty's manga and what I like about it, but if I never fucking read it, why would anybody listen to me? Ty's going to be mad because you're talking about something that I put in work in, even if you didn't get the point. At least tell me. At least I would know if you read it than if I didn't at all and I try to make something out of it.
I mean, I personally don't care if you read it either. To be honest, I don't care if you didn't read it either. But I do think what you're saying is right, Miles. That's why I said if they executed these latter parts well, because all those people we just saw are the new phase. All of them were new phase writers. So that was Secret Invasion, that was Internals, that was Shang-Chi, which was like pretty good. I'm gonna be honest. But that was like all the new phase stuff. And funny enough, we didn't see any Loki writers. There's a reason for that. So the fact that it's all the new phase stuff from what we've seen from that video in particular, and there's such a lack of quality and care to these stories to the point where some of them are actually like bad, like they're straight badly written.
Secret Invasion was terrible.
Secret Invasion was
shame.
Terrible.
That's such a great story.
The Marvels had a terrible rating. Eternals gets cooked all the time.
Eternals get slandered.
So
I liked it
with the amount of great actors you had for that movie. and you fumbled it, in my opinion. Like
No,
She-Hulk,
they definitely did way too much in the span of like one movie. They tried to do way too much.
Yeah.
which is
the
Secret,
problem.
Secret Invasion was just like objectively bad. Like not even just like the storyline or like what they were missing. The episodes were bad. Not like it was bad. Like the setup of the story was bad. The context of the story was bad. The ending, like when the girl had every single power in the Marvel verse was bad. It was just all it just missed every single box.
You can say
Like
the
the
exact
acting,
same thing for
everything, like-
She-Hulk. You can say the exact same thing for She-Hulk.
She-Hulk
You
was bad all
ruin
the way around,
you
bro.
ruin a legacy character in the Hulk. You ruined him. Obviously,
you made a girl boss timid.
Like
and like with like anxiety, like her second guessing herself, like she's
that's
supposed
not
to be
She-Hulk at all. That's not who She-Hulk is in the
it was
comics.
almost it was I don't even want to say that.
And the BS at the end was crazy. They brought
I
Hulk's
won't even say
son
the
like
opposite of what
This isn't
She-Hulk
like,
was.
oh, this is my son. Hulk's son's backstory is compelling in itself to just kind of bring him up. Oh, this is my son, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, bro, we got questions now. And it's not good enough for She-Hulk.
So
She-Hulk
the
pissed
big
me off the most.
The
It pissed me off
Miles
the most.
for me when it comes down to it, when it comes down to what you said earlier, when you read the material, it helps you understand the nuances and the innate details that are very important in terms of building a narrative and building a story. When you don't have that nuance and when you don't have that perspective, you are kind of just going by like kind of feeling to an extent to kind of write your story that doesn't really correspond with how the narrative is built. And especially when your core audience is people who will read the source material, they're gonna notice these detailed like mistakes and they're gonna be really pissed. And although I don't really take too much credence to like people who read the source material and just don't just hate the fact that it's not adapted one to one, the fact that it's not adapted one to one and it's just bad, like bruh, that doesn't help anything. You're not helping the person, you're not helping the reputation of Marvel. Marvel is in the gutter. There's a reason why they had to kind of basically restart how they're doing everything and rethink. And Ryan Reynolds keeps on saying, stop saying no to all the Marvel ideas they keep on trying to put in his movie. So yeah,
thank God he's able to do it, because I think after this he's done. He should just run away from there.
If you don't respect the material, then I feel like people should make their own new ideas like that, because it's completely fine to just make new Marvel story stuff. Like the creative director of Warner Brother, he says that he prefers reboots and remixes than new material.
Which I was gonna say, it all depends to me also how it's advertised and marketed. Like if you're marketing as this 1-to-1 or this source material esque product, and then you don't deliver, I think that's a big deal. While we were watching that whole hot take, I was thinking about the Death Note live action. If it wouldn't have been Death Note and it wouldn't have been advertised as it trying to be a 1-to-1 to Death Note, I didn't think that film was that bad. But when you're advertising it as Death Note and you're changing people's race and all of these different things, that's when people are gonna have a problem with it. If they would have just said, "Oh, we're making our own original rendition," I don't think it would have been received as bad as it was. So I just think it's a combination of the marketing and the execution.
And also like with that Death Note, they like changed Light's personality like by a lot. Like he was supposed to be like that jock, perfect student type kid, and then he turned into like in the movie he was low key like a school shooter type kid. Like it was just like it was whack. Also, like one of the most to me like significant parts in the beginning of Death Note is like when he sees the Shinigami for the very first time, he has a stone cold face, which surprises him. He's like, "You're not scared of me?" In the movie, he sees him, screams, jumping over the table, pissing his pants.
It felt like a teen drama, which I didn't mind. But I mind it because it was Death Note. If it wouldn't have been Death Note or advertised as such, it would have been fine.
If it was Death Note inspired and then they changed the name of the characters, like we're inspired by Death Note, but this is our story, they would have been way better off.
So like it's just a brand new character who finds the Death Note?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love the actor that plays Light, but his portrayal of Light was like an angry, angsty type person.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that's not who Light is. So it's just like he wasn't composed at all throughout the whole thing. It's like he was trying to get like a get back and he was like a petty person throughout
he
the
was just
whole
doing
movie. I'm like,
shit.
this is not
Yeah.
like
And then
it's
obviously
not
there to give you another example based on what Miles said with somebody knowing the source material and just outright ruining it. Velma by Mindy Kaling. She was like, oh, I love Velma, blah blah blah, but what made Velma great in the old school, at least for me, when I watched the old school ones, was that she was like a girl who could just kind of get her own thing. Obviously, whenever she lost her glasses, that was like her kryptonite for real. But like she was able to do her own things, but then to turn her into this felt like this completely forced Me Too thing. Now Fred's a racist because he's never. I'm like, Fred was other than blowing Daphne's back out when they split up. Fred was the leader of the squad. Like, don't like making
Velma's cook, bro. No,
like it was like one of those Shaggy. If there was the name Norville, is that guy Shaggy? He's like an ultimate simp. Like, I guess she's getting with Daphne now. Like you completely fumble the source material. Now you're leaving it up to fans to be like, no, this isn't for anybody coming in. And they're like, oh, this is what Scooby-Doo's all about. No, it's now legacy fans have to fix that perception. And there was a reason why that show was universally attacked by everybody.
Oh,
and
yeah,
her
sure.
attacking fans back didn't help either, because you completely fumbled the message.
No, I agree. All right, we'll watch one more clip and then we'll wrap things up. Yeah, whichever.
Can you just add it to the stage, Riddell?
Whatever next one you want to put.
That Velma show has a 1.6 on IMDb.
It's terrible.
It's so
my
bad.
God.
Lonnie got a few from shits and love trying to keep anime related.
Do the My Anime, the
trash taste one.
Yeah, let's do this trash taste one.
All right.
I think one of the shits and gigs was just like the scare Ty, so he just loves.
Oh, fucking Hassan.
Oh, I can't hear it.
Oh, give me a second.
Pause it.
Okay, give me a
You
second.
shitting on One Piece again?
Probably. I don't know. Can't take that dude seriously.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Hassan.
He's a doofus.
Thanks for your help. This one's a spicy one. Okay. So a lot of people have opinions on Attack on Titan, on like whether it's fascist or communist. I don't care. It's the only, I'm not a big fan of this genre, but it's the only mecha anime.
Oh, we've seen this one before.
Attack on Titan is a mecha anime.
Yeah, we've seen this one before.
Yeah. I'll take this off.
All right, let me.
Mecha anime.
I'll say that's one of the first ones I think we reacted to.
Yeah,
it was.
So
Random, why are you echoing? Let me be honest.
Well, I don't know. Let me fix something now.
No, you're good. Just
eating
just
human flesh.
Just turn it down.
I'm not doing that. If there was me and a random third,
okay.
I created a fake account and started chatting with my hubby. He just told me my wife died 3 years ago. I saw that one.
Damn.
Wait.
You guys pray I do well on this test I'm about to take. Started chatting with my hubby. I created a fake account and started chatting with my hubby. He just told me my wife died 3 years ago.
Yeah, the evil world we live in.
That's crazy.
You guys pray I do well on this test I'm about to take. Quote tweet. I see you guys didn't pray at all. I'm on my burner commenting, thank you for normalizing nose hair on his girlfriend's TikTok.
Wow.
Women are dark.
Yeah,
bro.
women are.
Bro. Thank you for normalizing nose hair.
Wow. You absolute.
Yo.
Oh, Shits and Gigs is amazing, by the way.
I think they're like the number 3 podcast on Spotify. They're for a good reason. Side note.
Is that all they do? Just read comments?
No. They
talk about anime too, actually.
They talk about a lot of stuff, but they have a segment called is it Twitter Hall of Fame, Lonnie?
Yeah, it's like
where they
Twitter
just
Hall of
read
Fame.
tweets that fans send them, right? And some of them are horrible, like the ones you just saw about like the guy saying that his wife died, all that stuff. What was the one? Like the human flesh one I've seen. There was one about this girl, like they're you just got to see it because some of them are wild as hell, and I don't know.
Like,
I don't
there's
want to
like
say
every
them.
I think like every other episode they talk about anime for a good like 15 to 30 minutes. Like they are about like what they've been watching and stuff like that. So
Okay, shout out to them. But
but
I mean,
quick story. So like the nose hair thing. So there was a time, I want to say it was like 5-6 years ago. This girl really pissed me off, and then like I didn't like cut her off, but like I just stopped talking to her for like a week or something. Like I put her in timeout, and then she was just like I saw her like she was just like in Miami when she was supposed to be in San Diego, but she went to Miami, didn't tell me, and then like because like all my friends were in Miami, I think she was supposed to go to an event, but she showed up with this dude. So I was like chilling with one of my best friends, and then like she at the event posted like a picture with the dude, and then like was like throwing shade at me all night. So like I asked for my friend's phone, and I was just like, I posted like under like asked her, I was like, oh, so you just let anybody hit now with the dude.
Lonnie's a menace. He's an absolute menace.
You don't care.
I was like,
Don't
anybody
care.
can get it.
Eddie.
Anybody can get it.
So you just let anybody hit. On wax just said that. That's crazy.
Like I was like, you gonna let that dude hit?
That's crazy pettiness. But all right, next week, I have a really good podcast topic that we can do. I just thought of for episode 16, and I think we can do an ongoing shonen draft. So how this will work is that we go through all the ongoing shonen series. We draft. I think I have a collection of 30 series. So that's like 5 per person. And then
I need the list beforehand.
now we need the list beforehand. That's crazy.
Because you just said 30. You just said 30 shonen. I'm just like that. Is there 30
No,
shonen?
I'm just messing you. No. Oh yeah. For the only one that you could argue is not shonen is like One Punch Man, to be honest. And then we might have to remove One Piece because Ty made a good point. Whoever has One Piece is winning. So
yeah,
probably gonna have to remove One Piece and then just fill it in with another shonen series. But the Google Sheets is the one that has the list. So if you guys go on the Google Sheets, you should be able to see the full list that I created. But I'm gonna recheck to make sure that's the case. So we'll do that next week. We'll do a shonen draft to see who can kind of create their own best collection of ongoing shonen that currently exists. That should be an interesting episode. Of course, we have done a lot as of right now. We got a new TikTok on our Black Sensei Society that we will be putting all of our main content over there. Of course,
It only took
Miles is going to be live streaming on that TikTok.
Be ready either tomorrow night or Thursday morning. The One Piece summary is fucking. Oh, I'm sorry. The One Piece summary is insane. You're gonna see me in my element. I'm gonna be on there screaming. I'm gonna be on there slandering people. I might shed a tear. Please be there. Please, this chapter, we got this TikTok at the perfect time. We ready, man. We ready.
Yes, sir. Make sure you guys tune into when we start doing TikTok lives. Miles is going to be the one in control doing some leaks for One Piece. He might do it for Jujutsu Kaisen, so that should be fun. Of course, Ty will be doing leaks as well, so that should be good. So make sure you tune into that. We also got a new Instagram page. Make sure you guys follow Black Sensei Society _anime. That we'll be posting all of our content, all of our cover like art graphics based on like what we're talking about. Random's in charge of that, doing a great job regarding that, so make sure you guys follow our Instagram as well. All the links will be in the link tree. We'll keep it on, we'll keep on grinding with YouTube, with Twitch, all that good stuff, of course.
We're slowly climbing to 3,000, Riddell. We slowly climbing.
Oh yeah, get us to 3,000 subscribers. Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. Get us to 3,000 subscribers. Anything else?
If we get to 3,000, because like I think I was talking a little bit about it yesterday. So I've been searching like different mangas for everybody for different reasons. I got one for Miles. I got one for Random when he's at his lowest though. So
Jesus Christ!
I was just like, yo. Well, like when he's at his lowest, like I'm just gonna give it to him because it's a real short story. He can finish it in a day. Technically, there's like 3 different editions. 3 different versions of it, but it's supposed to be like one of the. It's supposed to like break people. Low-key, when I read it, it almost broke me. Almost. So it's like, yo, if I just get this to random at its lowest, either he's gonna die.
Lonnie don't care about us for real. He don't.
No, I do care about you. I do care about
He's
you.
really trying to break random, bro.
Yo,
Come on,
either
bro.
You're gonna die. Either you're gonna die.
thinks of
That's gonna be it for you, random. Or you're gonna come back like Darth Vader. You're just
Oh
gonna
my
erase that
God.
pain. And then like I need one for Riddell that's just gonna make him like because he's so everyone knows Riddell's just so composed and like all politically.
You gotta
correct
sneak
all
him
the
at the
damn
end. That's what
time.
you gotta do. You gotta get
So,
him.
like, I need
the
something.
end of the
I
story.
need something
gotta
that's
sneak
just gonna
him.
like throw him off his game. Just something that's gonna make him like rage out, like punch a wall or something. I need something like that. J Rob, I don't think I just need something like lit for J Rob. Ty, I don't know what's gonna like get to Ty. I don't think you could really get to Ty when it comes to like manga and stuff like that. So I might just need to get something like really artistic. Riddell and random, I gotta find heat for. So it's just like
Oh man, I'm here for it, man. Get us to 3,000 subscribers. Make sure you guys do that. Oh, make sure you guys join the Discord, of course, as well. I think I don't know if the link is updated. The Discord link stuff always be confusing me because we always have to create a new one or whatever. So make sure you guys join the Discord anyway. Be a part of the community. We be chatting it up in there. We be watching, sports. We be watching WWE. We be just talking anime. We be playing video games. So make sure you guys join that. Of course, be a part of the membership. Join the members. Be a part of the community on our YouTube channel as well.
She need to chill for real.
And then make sure you guys send some donations below to kind of get some of these goals, forcing random to read a lot of manga.
Yeah,
That's
so
my goal.
Sunday, it's 11 my time, 1 o'clock Eastern. I'm starting my Naruto journey. So it's already there's already an event set up on Discord, and if you pull up to the YouTube channel, it's already there, ready and waiting. I'm getting low key excited, Just try and make sure. But I feel like I'm gonna be so pissed off in the beginning. I'm like, why y'all treating y'all Nuke like this? Why y'all treating him like this? Because if it wasn't for the ramen guy, y'all are cooked.
How many chapters does he have to read? Because then
25. I have 25 to start.
I donated too, huh?
25.
25 to start.
I'm not gonna hold you. If y'all try to get me to 50, I'm out. I'm gonna say that right now.
You can bank him for next stream. You can bank him for next
Lonnie,
stream.
whatever you do, know I'm right behind you. I'm matching.
Oh my God!
If it starts getting too crazy, we'll up the donation goal. But in fact, we gotta get you through Naruto, bro. It's a long series. We gotta get you.
I said $5, and Riddell was like, "Nah, $1." Riddell was praying on my downfall. We talk about Lonnie.
Hey, Chad, just throw $1. Hey, go throw $1 right there. Come on.
You got me, you got Miles, you got Shar, you got Taylor. You got some.
Hey, we got something for random, bro.
I'm gonna be getting to chapter 30 in the first stream. I'm like, finally, and then somebody gonna drop $20 on me. I'm like, all right, bro. All right, we good.
Hey, we gotta get random to finish the big 3. This is the only way to do it. We gotta force him to do it. And so he's gonna be doing that right after we're done with the Shonen Jump reactions at noon. So it could just lead right into that. We'll read the One Piece, My Hero, and Jujutsu Kaisen. Do they all have chapters this week?
I'll find out tomorrow about My Hero. But I haven't. I don't see one. He gave him 2. He got 2 weeks of a break. So My Hero
I
should
think
be
all
back.
3 of them are dropping. So we'll cover.
JJK's dropping 2, right? Also, Utah is him. Don't forget.
For now,
Utah's him. I'm sorry, guys.
Come on, Miles. Get it around. Come on, let's talk about it, Miles.
He's not out them waters yet, but he moved me.
How's he not out them waters?
Because I got to see how he finished the job, man. I got to see how he wraps this up.
He's gonna lose,
but I got to see how he loses.
Fair.
No, that's fair. That's fair. He's gonna. But you know, what
Miles, if he loses the way I think he's gonna lose, I'm gonna be walking up here with some questions.
What's the way you think he's gonna lose?
I think right now, once Sakuna gets his cursed energy back, he waxing.
Oh well, yeah.
Well, I don't think because
like it's not. It's gonna be like nasty for real.
Realistically, everybody but Hakari. Does anyone else have like an answer for the World Slash?
I don't think Hakari has an answer for it. You think he could live through it?
If he can regenerate, yeah, maybe. If he hits a jackpot and he gets hit with it, then yeah, he can regenerate.
He should.
Yuta, I mean, he has a lot of katanas, so you never know. He might have exactly what he needs to counter it. So It'll be interesting to see anything else that we're.
I really like how his domain works. His domain expansion works.
Oh, I think Yuta's domain
I just
expansion
want
is
to
my
know
favorite.
if
I'm gonna be
he can-
honest.
If he can use the Shinigamis that Megumi has, is like if the Shinigamis are like in a sword. Because if he brings out Maharaga, that one I'll be like, all right, now Maharaga's overused.
I wouldn't like that.
I wouldn't like it either.
But I'd be like, at the same time, I'd be like, wait. Also, question about Maharaga. So like, I know he adapts to everything, but is that like forever, or is it like per? Does he like say like you fight somebody and then like he adapted to all that, and then like you fight somebody else? Does everything that he adapted to that last fight apply to this Maharaga, or is it like reset?
That's unclear. I don't know.
I would assume it applies. That's what I would assume.
I think if it didn't apply, they would have said so.
Because like
they would have said something like this resets after the fight. I think they would have said.
Go ahead.
I said we would have had to see him fight the same person more than once to get that answer.
Exactly, because the only people he fought, literally Sukuna and Gojo. It's
Top of the
crazy.
first.
Straight
Like,
up just fought
remember like when he was
Sukuna
fighting
and Gojo.
Sukuna, like how he like was submerged in water and he like got gills. So like, wait, so does he have this gills forever, or like that's I don't know. It's like stuff like that. That's why I always wonder with Maharaga. It's like, does he? Because like if he like goes against Gojo again, does like is he still immune to the same? Like I don't know.
But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we got for today for Black Sensei Society. Appreciate everybody coming in. If you are listening on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, give us a 5-star rating. Leave a review as well. We're trying to rise in that chart. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow the Twitch. And follow our TikTok and Instagram as well. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back next week, Tuesday, 9 p.m. EST. Have a good one. Take care. And peace.